Greetings, everyone. Welcome. Welcome to week 6 and day 2 of our practice today, Forgiving with Truth. And this chapter requires enormous amount of practice because a lot of our beliefs will be challenged. A lot of our questions will arise. It will not accept the concept easily. But we cannot deny the God presence that is there and the experience that we created in week 1 that is guiding us week by week to experience that state all the time without any filters, any conditions. I am one with that gentle pulsation, God's love, no matter what. If I can perceive it, if I can feel it, if I can live it, even for a single moment, I can definitely expand it to all my life. And where I'm not feeling it, there's definitely something sitting inside me. And I need to just see what comes up. And the beauty of life is that it will take us step by step to that realization. So trust the life, and we have so many stories from the life. And that is where reading the spiritual books, Many Masters, Many Life, Soul's Journey, Soul's Plan, these books, they help because it doesn't help us in direct way, but they have helped people who have gone through such difficult traumas in their life, and they have come out of it by realizing what they experienced was an illusion to them. So this particular chapter definitely requires a little bit of understanding of our um, continuous life journey, life after life, that we have been taking and experiencing life. And the purpose is just to experience life and the creation by itself as we come. Every incarnation, every lifetime is unique. So we will have a lot of talk, understanding, clarity to make our practice strong today. And before that, we should not forget that we have to repeat and revisit the chapter, reread the chapter every day, slowly, gently, and let's see what unfolds within us. To have that understanding deeper today, we have Vandana ji with her ease. She will explain her what she has understood and what she has taken, how she has taken this chapter. And she has been practicing unified for last 2 years, 2024, and I can just see how beautifully she has turned into a symbol of love. So her sharing is so easy that anyone can understand. And I really appreciate Vandanaji for doing this for all of us every time. So I welcome you. Please guide us on the session today.
Thank you, thank you, thank you for so many kind words. Thank you so much. Thank you. Welcome, everybody. Namaste, Preeti ji and sir, and greetings to everyone present over here and on YouTube also. So, as we all know, we've come to chapter 6, day 2. So here Babaji is giving us a very different perspective of the concept that we call forgiveness. So our age-old belief is now being shaken by this chapter. It is a big revelation what we learn in this chapter. So how Babaji has been explaining slowly God's qualities. First, we were asked to affirm God qualities. Now Babaji explains in different chapters, different qualities, so we can actually see that how we are made in God's image. We don't have to really believe, just believe by just saying it, but believing it through our heart. And I think when we were all practicing and affirming God qualities, the most difficult was that I am perfection. So everybody wonders, really, am I perfection? So in this chapter, Babaji explains why we are perfection. And once we get that, we understand that, we have that understanding, then it will be not difficult for you to affirm that I am made in the image of God. God is perfection and I am perfection. So, like in the second chapter, Babaji says that everything in creation is made with love. So this chapter also starts the same way, that everything in the creation is made with love. And that is the unified field of Einstein. But here, Babaji says love in the form of sweet syrup. That sweet syrup is in all of the creation. And life is for receiving love. And then Babaji says we can receive this sweet syrup. Can. So there is a condition when we can receive it. So that we will see what is the condition. And Babaji says we receive love from everyone and everything in the creation. So he's talking about all the living beings and the non-living beings in the creation. Then next comes that Babaji says we can also receive and we can also give the same syrup of love. We are made to taste this sweet syrup because everything in creation is that sweet syrup. But do we really taste the syrup? But when we have some grudges, then we withhold this sweet syrup and we are not able to give this to the creation or to anyone around us. It becomes conditional. I'll give to this one, I'll not give to this one. It becomes conditional. So that flow is not easy of that sweet syrup, of that love. So I would give an example over here. Like there are two friends sitting in a park, in a garden, and the garden is full of flowers. And one friend is admiring all the flowers and is so excited to see all the flowers. So she is receiving the love from the flowers, from the creation. Just by being itself, the flower is giving that love. And she, by appreciating the flowers, she is giving love to the flowers. But on the other hand, her friend is very sad because someone has told her off. Her mom has told her off. So she has been hurt inside. So now her friend seems so excited and she's saying, look at all the flowers. They are so beautiful. They are so colorful. But she's not able to enjoy that beauty of the flowers because something is blocking it. Because that hurt that she thinks she has been hurt by her mom, the grudge that she has, that is blocking the receiving and the giving of love. Whereas on the other hand, her friend is doing it easily. So then Babaji says that the concept of forgiveness has been misunderstood. Forgiving. So Babaji breaks the word for and giving. For and giving love. Forgiving means for giving love. Forgiveness is nothing but to give love. In other words, if we see. So Babaji says, if we hold, if we do not, if we hold the grudges within us, then we withhold that sweet syrup and we are not able to give love. If we get rid of these grudges, then it is very, very easy to give love. So this seems to block our flow of love. So Babaji says it is very easy to get rid of all these illusions that are our grudges. They are just illusion. They are misleading us because we imagine, he says, we imagine that we have been hurt. We have been made a lesser person. We have become inferior by somebody, or somebody has trespassed. Trespass means like somebody has violated, like an act of violation, or we have been compromised. So many words have been described that when we keep grudge against someone, what do we feel? We feel these things. We feel hurt. We feel a lesser person. We feel we have been compromised. But Babaji says, what a folly. What foolish thinking. We are perfection and nobody can change that. We are perfection. Then he says we are abundance and we can get whatever we want. Only, again, the condition is over here, only if we are open towards it. If we are open towards receiving, then only we can get everything. Then the third quality of the God is highlighted over here. Says we are made in the image of God. We are perfection. We are abundance. And we are creators. And we can create anything we like through our thinking. So even if we feel that we have been hurt, that is our thinking. We have created that thinking. So Babaji says this is a very difficult concept to understand. He himself is saying, because it is contrary to our general belief or what we experience in our physical world. We always see that the powerful ones always take advantage of the weaker ones. So we think that is not reality. People are really hurt. People are really insulted. But Babaji says, no, you are you are the only person who is responsible for all your experiences, no matter what it is, whether it is positive or it is negative, you are fully and completely responsible for your experiences, and no one interferes in that. No one has ever interfered, and no one will ever interfere, because we have been granted free will. Free will means we have the freedom to think and to create anything that we want. That is our divine right. So just as God is creator, and this universe was created by one thought, God's thought, in the same way, we create whatever we want merely by thinking. So if we think that someone cheated us, then someone will really come and do us a favor and cheat us, will oblige us by doing so, and we will get that experience. If we think that we are poor, we are downtrodden, somebody is torturing us, then we will get that experience also. Someone else will come and do a favor to us and will oblige us, and we will experience it. Or if we think we are jobless, then our boss will do the needful. He'll do a favor and he will make me jobless. So Babaji is saying you can think anything in each one of us. Each one of us have a life story. We all have one life story, and we are the main protagonists of the story. We are the hero, we are the actor of the main actor of our story. And we are also the producer, the director, the writer. So whatever experience I want, I can get it. So everybody around me is acting, my family, my friends, my community, they are all acting as co-actors. They are like supporting actors in my story. So whichever experience I want, I can take it. So Babaji says, when you come to know that this is all your creation, these are all your stories, you have made them up, you have created these stories, then it is very easy to release the grudge and you can easily give love. Then you know that you can give love to anybody because no one came to you by themselves. You invited them to get that experience. So Babaji says, previously, whenever you wanted to forgive someone, then you thought, oh, I don't want to keep this grudge, so I am going to forget this unpleasant act of yours, and therefore I will forgive you. So Babaji says this is a mistake. This gives power to that mistake. That someone can really hurt you without your consent, without your permission. Like we learned in the previous chapter, when we were clearing our aura, that consciously or unconsciously, we only give consent to those stressful thoughts to come in our aura. In the same way, here also Babaji says, there is no one else. It is only you who is responsible for everything. You allow others to come and give you that experience, to hurt you. You allowed them to hurt you. So I will read these words, which are very, very important. So the previous run, when we said that if we did not give, without our consent, somebody can hurt us, Babaji says that is not forgiveness. If we say that is forgiveness, that is not forgiveness at all. So that was our age-old belief. That's what we have been thinking and doing. So many times we've done that, thinking that this is the way to forgive people. Babaji says, no, this is not the way to forgive people. So here he says, you have to think that I made a mistake in my thinking to allow you to hurt me, seemingly hurt me. I recognize that you were only doing what I invited you to do. And now I know that I am perfect. I have always been, and I always will be. And I now recognize that life is for giving love. So if we think like that, then it is easy for us to give love. Then Babaji says, today, make a list of all those wonderful people. Why is Babaji saying all those wonderful people? We will think that they are villain of our life. They have hurt us. They have given us so much anguish in our life. But Babaji is telling them that they are wonderful. They are wonderful because they gave us experience what we wanted. They did us a favor by coming and acting in our story and giving us experience so that we can grow in our life. So therefore, Babaji says that make a list of all those people and send them love with your heart, not with your lips, no lip service, through your heart. And you say that now I know I give you love, and now I know that no one can infringe on my perfection, that no one can encroach on my perfection. And Babaji says you have to do that with each and every person who you have to take forgiveness from, whoever you have to forgive. So make a list, no matter how long is the list. Sometimes you may not remember their name, but you might remember only the incident. So I will, that reminds me of my first year when we were doing this course in 2024. So when we were doing this exercise, so many years before that, like it must have been now 10, 15 years ago, once I was in a supermarket and my husband was also with me. So he was in another aisle, I was in another aisle. And this man, he was coming towards me. He was like full of anger. He was a tall, broad man. He came and gave me one push on my chest, and I went flat on the floor. And I bounced on the floor like this. It was such a, I mean, it was so impactful. And I got very badly hurt on my head. So it took me some time to gather myself and get up and realize like what happened. So I went around to look for my husband, where he was, and I told him that this man came and he just pushed me like that. So we went around looking for that man and we could not find it. And the impact was such that I was in pain for 3 days. I had to go to hospital and take x-rays to make sure that nothing was wrong. So when in 2024 we were doing this exercise, so this, because I didn't know the person's name who came and just pushed me like that, this person came in front of me. The incident came in front of me. So I knew that I had a grudge against him. So I had to forgive and send him love. That I wanted that experience, and then unknowingly we don't know. These things are in our subconscious mind that we want such experiences, and we do not realize it. And this time now, like we've been doing this for 4, 5 days, this one. So I got a vision of my childhood neighbor. Now I was wondering, childhood neighbor. So I was thinking, why am I getting this? I may have had an anguish that time, a grudge that time that I don't even remember. So all I have to do is just send love. I was so young that time. So see how your higher self is helping you. So Babaji is saying that your higher self will help you in making your list. Even if you don't remember, your higher self will help you. But Babaji says, when you give love like that, it is extremely cleansing. Why is it cleansing? Means there is a lot of clutter inside us, lot of anguish, lot of anger, resentment, hurt, insult. We've all gathered inside. That is making a block, and we are not able to flow that, to receive and to give that love. So when we will start giving love, then Babaji says you will find it extremely cleansing. You will feel so peaceful, so nice, so happy. Because we are clearing our inner hurts. Our inner state will become calm and peaceful. And then we will be able to flow with that love. So Babaji says, when you start giving love like that, then you open yourself to receiving love. So it is a cycle of receiving and giving. We block one, we block the other two. So Babaji says this is very, very important, very essential concept to understand and to imbibe within us. This is the very basics of this book that we have to understand. The cornerstone. The cornerstone is like that stone that you put in a building where it is said that this was donated by so and so. So that stone is very important. So this concept is so very important for us to imbibe. Then Babaji says you have to, and what has happened? That these grudges have been our master, and we have been their slaves. Means our life is running by them. They have taken total control of us. All these grudges, all this resentment, all this anger, everything, we work from that point of view. Our life is run by that hurt, that anger, that resentment, and we tend to take out on others. So when we do all the cleansing, then we feel peaceful. Our slate is all clean. And Babaji says you have to read and digest it. Like I said, we have to imbibe everything what is written. It is contrary to our belief, what we have experienced till now. But now we have to give and receive love in this way. So Babaji says, next, when you sit in your quiet time, then you take the help of your higher self and ask your higher self to give me all the names of those people whom I have to forgive. So if you will not remember the names, the incidents will come. And then we have to remember to always clean our aura and also to send our love. And now from this chapter onwards, we have to always do this and we have to make it our daily routine. So the conclusion is that we have to be aware of our emotional state all the time. That are we letting any anger, any anguish, any grudge, are we letting it settle in again? And what is that cause behind it? And we have to, in fact, thank all those people who have given us experiences that we wanted in our life. So thank you so much for listening to me. Thank you.
Thank you, Vandana ji. You mesmerized me with your awesomeness. Wonderful. So beautiful. Thank you. I am so grateful that I am able to listen to the chapter explanations so beautifully done, because when I am speaking, I'm busy speaking. I don't hear that, right? When I listen to you guys, it's amazing. I feel so good while I am now learning as well, simultaneously, right? That is so important, so beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
And the way she delivers it with so much smile and that willingness to share is always reflected how she present.
Yes.
And not just to share, it should reach to us also. So it is simplified. Where she finds where she has stuck, she will speak on those areas so that
Mm.
it becomes easy for all of us.
I don't think she even realizes that she is actually channeling.
I don't.
You, there are very significant pauses in your talk, and those pauses are very meaningful, very important pauses, and they just don't come like that. So know that there is tremendous wisdom that is speaking through you. Just know that. Yeah, amazing. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, sir. I'm receiving your love now. I will accept it.
I was not
So,
just receiving your love the way you were sharing, but everybody who is listening also
uh,
making this concept as part of them. It's easy to say, and we have been listening. That's where our spiritual journey begins. That, okay, I create my own reality, and my thoughts are responsible for that. Thoughts are those tools, that basic foundation I can weave through and then create my experience. But many says, thought with emotions they do creation. But if you see that feelings of God qualities are separately done, and that is the very foundation of this chapter. So there's no separate, there's no different, there's no need of different feelings or anchor those feeling with this thought. No, because we are already in our heart space, and then we are allowing those thoughts to come, right?
Uh,
So these thinkings are like the basic fundamentals of our own creation. How much ever we judge, like the experience Vandana ji shared, she would not dreamt that, she would go to a supermarket and someone will do that to her. But whatever she experienced in that moment, or to recover from that, was her experience that cannot be put in words. And there was not one big experience. There was such a deep impact of that experience. Maybe that insecurity would have flooded her mind, that next time if I go to the store, it will happen again, or it might happen, what to do. And because she lives abroad, it's not her own country, maybe she has the fear of uh, being judged, or that nationality difference, and how I would have been treated. That kind of fear could arise. So there are many, these are just a few that I can say as of now, but there are many such experience that pass through her, anybody, that having said that one experience. And that is where our inner wisdom work, they open up. We talk on that within ourselves, maybe in our dreams also. And then we also get answers, and that is how the inner wisdom opens up. So if we have any questions, the answer doesn't come like that. They come like this, with our own experience. There will be unfolding inside. There will be darkness for some time. Maybe I don't understand. But the moment you want to understand and you try to understand, the opening happens. So it's a sequential journey that happens with every incident, not just one big or bad experience, but with every experience, we go through that, and we let our wisdom work, we let our experience go deep, and then we evolve with that. And then we are ready for a bigger understanding, next challenge, like that. So that is how step by step we have to go through the journey and look into our own life, look into our own mind, because that is what I can know. And then I can see, okay, this is happening, and this is, here is the seed, and I'm carrying that seed. That is what is all about this spiritual journey. Step by step, start with yourself, take one little experience, expand, see, go, and then see what happened then. You, I would not know anything right now if something happens to me, but 2 days later, I have this full understanding what happened to me, because I have to go through that experience to know. So yes, this particular chapter is, that is why it is very difficult, because the first time we are looking into our own mind, and the whole part two is all about that. It's like, see within. You have this enormous power to create, but where you are putting your energy, what you are feeding to. So we have to be just aware. So far, what we have done, only awareness is the key that we want um, to live with, and then everything will open up with that awareness. So yes, thank you.
I will address some of the things in our WhatsApp chat discussion. I will address some of the important things today after the practice that we will complete, and then after that, if we have time, I will answer questions. But today, let us stay with the questions that have come up in the WhatsApp chat. Okay, Priyanka ji and Supriya ji. Two people, you are not allowed to leave the meeting till you get your answer. Okay. We
And
will,
we also have this workbook activity to go through today.
yes, yeah, we will do that. So, what I'm saying is, please be patient. Okay. We will, it's very important to address it. Why? Because it will help very big number of people. Most of the people have very similar questions. So, they are They are perfect. They are very good questions. They help create wisdom. The questions are the ones that create wisdom. So just know that. We will do that. We will address both questions from both of them. The answers are going to make you think. That's how I work. So I will help you think within. All right. So for now, let's quickly address what Sunanda ji wants to ask, and then we will help get Vandana ji to lead the practice. Okay. Yes, Sunanda ji.
Namaste to everyone. Today,
Namaste.
Bandanaji was fabulous. The way she described the supermarket thing. I just remembered it happened 1 month back. I said, let me speak it out. I was walking on the footpath.
Mm.
4 5 people were walking in front of me. So I was just crossing them, crossing on the side. So the person who was near to me, he was talking, explaining something to his friends. His hand came and hit my nose so badly, you know, I would have fainted. It was
Mm.
so bad. Luckily, he missed my spec. Otherwise, it would have been something. Since I knew the reason, what to say, I just walked but slow. And the next 15 minutes, my nose was paining so much, so much. So I
Yeah.
said, now, listening to her, I said, oh, I need to forgive. I don't know who was that man because I didn't look at him. And, you know, and in another supermarket also something like that. Two Arabic ladies, they hit my backside of my leg with the trolley. And they started laughing. I had such a spat with them that day, long back, 20 years back. So now also I remembered, oh my God, they are there in the line to,
Okay.
to ask to forgive them. So thank you so much, Bandana ji, about your incident. So whether my higher self shows it or not, but now it is there in my mind that I should do.
Thank you.
It's your higher self only. She asked Vannaji to share her experience.
Yeah,
Uh, just know
thank
that
you.
in all these incidents, these kind of incidents, all these incidents, you will remember the experience. And the purpose is not about the person. That person is not even
Yeah,
known to you, right? Person is immaterial. It was a call. You received a call, alarm. That is what it was. You can call it Babaji. So Babaji came, gave you a push, and said, "Well, wake up," and then
yeah,
vanished. Right? Whatever you want to call it, that is not important. What is important is it was a wake up call. Right? These incidents are helping us. Well, get up from your sleep now. You are sleeping. So think of them in that light. That incident was a lesson for me. That's why we call them lesson. Lesson is essentially helping us grow. It's for our growth. So don't get into intellectual debates about these things. It's not for intellectual entertainment. These incidents are for us to
yeah.
help wake up. Right? We don't even need to look into the meaning, etc. We just need to feel, well, okay, I need to get up now. That's all it is. Right? Come to the present. Come to the present moment. Right? Essentially, that's what most of these incidents are like. These sudden, unexpected incidents in life, that's what they are for. To take you back to self. Your awareness is spread out. It says, well, okay, look at yourself. That is all it is doing. Nothing more than that. So these incidents are, and sometimes when you read the books that Preeti mentioned earlier, you will know that sometimes these incidents are planned by us in our plan before we came.
Yes.
So that we have an external input to wake up, right? So know that that these are my own creations. I have planted it there for a reason. These are my cues. They tell me, right? So um,
Even what she shared here, that these girls were laughing at me, is it not the same what Babaji said that somebody has made you lesser person, right? So those kind
Yeah,
of feeling
yeah.
like I am hurt and these people are laughing at me,
Laughing
and
at me.
they're challenging my perfection in that moment.
yes, yeah. So we will discuss a little more later on today about the churning that this chapter has done in everyone. This chapter has done what it was supposed to do. I'm so
Yes.
happy. When I saw the question, I said, wonderful. That's what this chapter is supposed to do. It's supposed to shake the very foundation of your belief system.
And if those questions wouldn't have been there, we wouldn't have come here.
Uh,
Our speaking has brought us together,
uh,
and nothing can be solved in one line. It's not that. It is for my experience, for my acceptance, and acceptance can only happen when I take it on me. But they definitely, like yesterday, few questions were like from outside, from other, apart from me, right? So that I know that, we have to start with our own self. And then I'm ready for the next. I'm ready for the next. It's a step by step, gradual journey. And we, having unified in our hand, we just have to know that we have to enjoy our life. The first chapter is there for that very reason, that know what your truth is. And now live from that perspective. Now know that and live that. Don't make your life difficult with all this, what we are learning here. Allow yourself to act, but also allow your awareness to be there. Every action, every experience in awareness is a golden moment. It is planned, and it is how it should be. Every moment of awareness, whether it's anger or hesitation, resistance, anything that we do, act in awareness, and you will see you will not do it again. It
good.
is that easy and powerful.
It is
Excellent.
so interesting from India, happening in Dubai. The in two incidents, one was Filipino, another two were Arabic ladies, and that's what that laughing actually provoked me. It was not the way they hit my back, the way they started laughing. Oh, that's what made me angry so much. Anyway, thank you so much for the beautiful explanation.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
So claim your perfection today again.
Yes.
Thank you, thank you,
Thank
thank you.
you.
So,
Yes,
chal.
Vanna, it's in all your court now.
Okay, masters. So let's go into our quiet practice. If you have to drink some water, please drink some water. Close your eyes gently and connect with yourself. Become aware of your surroundings. And bring your awareness to yourself, to your body. Let us take some deep breaths in and out and bring ourselves fully to the present moment. Let's take a slow, long, deep breath in. Feel it going on your head, back of your head, on your back, on your legs, and slowly, slowly let it go. Take one more slow, long, deep breath in. And slowly, slowly let out. And as you let it out, let go of everything that is on your mind now. Let us become aware of this very moment where we are all sitting together in our own space, in this group consciousness. We are doing this quiet practice together. Let us take our awareness to our head. Feel your head. Breathe in and out. Feel your facial muscles. Breathe in and breathe out. Becoming aware of each and every part of our body. Coming in total awareness. Feel your shoulders. Relax your shoulders. Breathe in and out. Feel your neck and your throat. Breathe in and out. Feel your back. Breathe in and out. Feel your chest and your lungs. Breathe in from here and breathe out. Feel your stomach region. Breathe in and breathe out from here. Feel your bottom. Breathe in and out. Feel your thighs. Breathe in and breathe out. Feel your calf muscles. Breathe in and out. Feel your feet. Breathe in and out. Now slowly, slowly bring yourself to your heart center. Still, if you're finding it difficult to feel your heart center, then you may keep your hand or your fingers Feel the pulsation of your heart. This pulsation has that sweet syrup of love, which God has made. Which God has made the creation with this sweet syrup, the whole of creation. Feel your love. Feel God's love. And feel the love of all the creation, all the non-living and living things in this creation. That unifies all of us. With this same love, look at your personal energy field, your aura. That is like a shield around you. Let us clear our aura to all the uninvited influences in my aura. I send you love and light. You are each made in love and light, and you are still love and light. You each feel no pain, and you are not afraid. You each have a perfect place to go. And I request my higher self, take your higher self's name, to take you to your perfect place. Each of you go peacefully. I close my aura to all except my higher self. I close my aura to all except my higher self. I send love and light to all the thought forms around me. I send love and light to all the thought forms around me. Let us center ourselves again and affirm the God's qualities. I am made in the image of God. And all of God's qualities are mine. I am made in the image of God. And all of God's qualities are mine. God is love. I am love. I am that sweet syrup present in all of creation. God is light. I am light. God is joy, happiness, and bliss. I am joy, happiness, and bliss. God is peace and gentleness. I am peace and gentleness. God is all-knowing intelligence. I am all-knowing intelligence. God is abundance. I am abundance. Everything I need comes to me when I open myself to it. God is creator. I am creator. I create all my experiences. I create my reality. God is perfection. I too am perfection. And nothing can alter that. I am perfect now. I was perfect. I am perfect. And I will be perfect always. Now, with all your love, ask your higher self, my dear higher self, if you want to take the name, you may take. Please give me your signal. Now again, ask your higher self, my dear higher self, please give me those names whom I have to forgive. My dear higher self, sorry. My dear higher self, please give me the names of the people whom I have to forgive. Now wait for the names to come. You may also see the vision of the incidents. When the names come to you, slowly open your eyes and write them down. You might get the same name again if you have a deep grudge against someone. You might get that name again. Now, out of your list, you may picture one person from that list. And repeat these words after me. I have made a mistake in my thinking to allow you to seemingly hurt me. I recognize that you are merely doing what I invited, and that in reality, neither you nor anyone else can hurt me. I am perfect now, always have been, and always will be. You can't change that. I now recognize that life is for giving love to you. If you know the name of the person, say the name and then repeat, I send you love from my heart, and I forgive you, knowing it is impossible for you to infringe on my perfection. I send you love from my heart, and I forgive you. Feel each and every word as you say it, knowing it is impossible for you to infringe on my perfection. Feel a lightness in your heart as you say these words. Do you feel a sense of calmness, peacefulness within you as you release all the grudge against this person? As Babaji says, you will find it extremely cleansing. When you forgive someone with love, knowing that they were only acting as we directed them. We only invited them for our experience, for our growth. Now we know that we don't have to be the slaves of our grudges. We have to just let them go. So we are again able to open ourselves to receive that sweet syrup of love. We know that these grudges are blocking us. They are blocking us from receiving love and giving love. Once we release them, we can taste the sweet syrup of that love. That the whole of creation is ready to give us, whether it is living or non-living things. Feel that burden that has come off your heart now. You feel so light. These grudges are like baggages on us. We are carrying them with their weight on our heart and on our being. And as we release them, as we unburden ourselves, we feel peaceful and calm. After your quiet period, you have to forgive like this each and every person or situation or incident. Let us thank our higher self for helping us in bringing those names in front of us, whom we have forgotten, or we were hiding them somewhere because we were scared to open the old hurts, old wounds. So thank you, dear higher self. For finding all those names that were hiding within us. Thank you, Babaji, for showing us this new perspective of forgiveness. Forgiving with truth. We know our truth, that we are perfection. You will always be perfect. And no one can alter that. And send your love to all these people who acted in your story. Even if they were villains in your eyes, but they gave you the experience that you wanted. So send them your love and your light. Now let us once again close our aura. I close my aura to all except my higher self. I close my aura to all except my higher self. Let us once again thank our higher self and Babaji for this beautiful chapter. Now take a deep breath in and out. More time. Deep breath in and out. Let us come to the present moment by becoming aware of our surroundings and becoming aware of ourselves Wriggle your toes and your fingers. Feel yourself. Separate your hands and put them over your closed eyes for 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly, slowly blink your eyes behind your hand. And with a heart full of love and gratitude, move your hands away. Put it over your body. Express your gratitude for your body. Thank you, thank you, thank you everyone for being here today. Thank you, Sir and Preeti ji, for giving me this opportunity. Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Vandana ji.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Vannaji. Just take this moment of silence and make note anything you like. Integrate.
Today I will share a very beautiful trick, implementation of the learning of this chapter when you are doing this exercise of forgiveness. So, whenever you get an image, another important thing to remember here is that in the book, when you sit in your quiet period, you are asking your higher self, my dear higher self, please give me the names of those I want to forgive. The word used here is I want to forgive. It's not I need to forgive or I have to forgive. Want to forgive. That means I am willing to do that. My agreement is included, right? So when higher self gives you the names, higher self is not violating your free will. That is the purpose of that word. So be careful when you are asking for that. And when you get names, you can then pick up one of the names, the most brutal one, the hardest one. Okay? And then sing this song. कभी कभी मेरे दिल में ख्याल आता है, that one, हाँ? कि जैसे तुमको बनाया गया है मेरे लिए. Sing this song for them and you will see how things change for you. They were actually made for you. That is the truth. They were made for you. They were made to come in your experience. So acknowledging that, by singing this song to them, actually you are making payment for their services. They came and did a service to you, and now you are making the payment for that service. You are giving them their salary. That is how you have to deal with it, right? So I do get such things when I come across a situation like that. This is what I do. So It may seem funny to some of you, but try it. It may help. All right. So before we go into today's discussion, I will quickly walk you through the workbook, activity workbook, because we are right now fresh with the practice. It will be easy to follow through these steps given in the activity workbook. Preeti, you wanted to say something?
I thought you would sing any song from our playlist, but you created the most romantic.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's so
this makes it easy for us to remember, right? These kind of anecdotes are easy to remember. All right. So I will quickly share the workbook here. We'll go through it uh, quickly. Now most of you are familiar with how the workbook works. So I will just bring awareness to important aspects there. All right. So the purpose of this chapter, right, is to dissolve grievances with God's love and see yourself and others in truth, right? So dissolve is the important part here. You are dissolving your grievances with love, right? And see yourself and others in truth, the reality, right? Yourself and others in reality. That's the truth. To practice forgiveness by recognizing the truth of others, realizing the truth of others. What is the truth? They are actors in my story. That is the truth, right? And yourself as divine beings beyond errors or actions. So, this is a very well summarized purpose of this chapter. It kind of encompasses the entire knowledge in this chapter. All right. So affirmations, these set of points in the affirmation are essentially the affirmation that is the right way of forgiving, right? This is that statement broken down in bullets. It's exactly from the book, that statement where we are saying the right words for forgiveness. So this is that. Once you practice it as an affirmation, this will go into your subconscious. So that's why we have got it here, right? Um, um, this is where that statement ends, and then also this is another part of that very paragraph is, I am perfect as God made me, have perfect health, perfect thoughts, perfect speech, perfect action, perfect everything.
this is
So
from chapter 1, actually.
yeah, so we are essentially reaffirming our own perfection. That is where most people have difficulty also. So this will need to continue understanding of perfection also, right? What is Priyanka ji saying here? It is written need to forgive in the workbook, but in the book it is we want to forgive, as you said. Yes. Where is it in I need to forgive? I actually
No, it's not there.
it here also it is when we go to the
Quiet period practice.
quiet
It's not.
period
It's, I
practice
checked.
here.
It's want.
It's I want to. It's I want to forgive. That's the word. That's the right thing. And if you find it in the workbook somewhere like that, please correct it by yourself. In the affirmation, she's saying, okay. In the affirmation,
I don't see anything.
I don't see it here as
Because
well.
what he
Oh,
said that
here. To
everything.
those you need to forgive. That's where,
Uh,
yeah, on top,
okay.
right? Yeah. Okay. So
Note
this
it
should
down.
be, yeah. So this should be want. Very good catch. All right. Quiet period practice. So in the quiet period practice, we have now understood how we We are used to setting ourselves or making ourselves ready for the practice. The initial steps: sit quietly, center in your heart, and then clear your aura, and then close your aura, unify with God's quality, right? So, here this week, we are emphasizing on our perfection. So, God is perfect and I am perfect. Receive and continue to hold your higher self signal, right? That's now you are ready. When your higher self signal is there, you are ready. Ask your higher self, please give me the names of those I want to forgive, right? So, primarily in the quiet period, we are simply creating a list of names, nothing more than that. We are not processing the names. Remember this thing. You're just collecting the names. Okay? As the names of situations arise, write them down. For each, say inwardly, I send you love from my heart and I forgive you, knowing it is impossible for you to harm any perfection. This you may not do initially. You can add this step into your quiet period practice as your list is sort of built up, right? But initially be focused on making note of the names.
Yeah, but this practice also has to be done being heart-centered. So
Hmm,
right after quiet period practice, you may open your eyes and work with more feelings, until you feel it. You affirm that with
hmm.
every name you say this.
Huh. The this will help you experientially see the difference, feel the difference, right? If you have done it superficially, you may not feel the difference at all. But if you have done it in a heart centered space, then you will feel the difference. Close with gratitude for the release and sweetness of forgiveness. So, sweetness of forgiveness is what you will experientially know. You will feel that sweetness. That's where you will know that, yes, I am in my heart space. Knowing that life is forgiving love and there is nothing to forgive. Lovingly affirm, I am perfect now, I have always been, and I always will be perfect. So this is what we have gone through the practice. At the end, close your aura, right? So that's what that is. And then of course your mandala. This is a very popular graphic known as the flower of life, right? So Preeti, you want to explain this?
This is made by all the circles, where all the circles is showing our perfection. Each one is perfect, and they're coming together, sharing space, giving experiences. And what we form together is actually a flower. How much ever we criticize, we do not understand. It is nothing else but the beauty that we see here right now. So while you color this, you will find the close ones, the center circle, and then the around circles. You will visualize people around you in your life, and maybe you can bring them in front of you, and as you color, you can do the affirmation also,
Hmm.
or just see what comes to you.
Yes. So that's why it is called the flower of life, because this represents our life. Each one of us is perfect, and when we come together as perfection, we create this beautiful flower that we call as life. All right. So during commute, this you should now be very familiar, whichever focus point we have during the week. That's where we focus while we are doing either commute or we are doing cooking or interacting with people, playing with children. In all these activities, this week we are saying before you start the commute, clear your aura and close your aura. By this time, you should be habitual of doing this. And during the commute, send love and light to fellow travelers. Notice your thoughts. As you send love and light to people who are around you, as you are traveling, notice your thoughts. If frustration arises, silently affirm, I forgive, I release this in truth, right? So, as if you are driving, for example, somebody cuts you off and your pattern will trigger, notice it, and then I forgive, I release this in truth. That's
Usually
how.
we take it like a pattern, like for granted. We just think,
Hmm,
okay, somebody did this to me, and that is my natural reaction, and we forget. So now while commute, we remember that, okay, these are the moments I'm aware that, if somebody is doing that, how my reaction is. So in that moment right there, I forgive and release in truth.
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
and love.
Becoming aware of your thoughts is important, right? Becoming aware. Same thing while cooking also. As you prepare food or eat food, repeat internally, God is perfect and I am perfect. I cook food with my perfection. Bless the food with love and forgiveness, affirming nourishment of body and mind, right? So basically, your intent in the process should be coming from this heart space.
This perfection is so powerful. Like with previous practices, we affirmed with love and light and all-knowing intelligence, the wisdom, and here we are affirming the perfection. So as we did this practice last week in Hindi group, right after the session, I went to the kitchen. I was working, and I was chopping every vegetable, and as I was chopping, every part of the vegetable is saying, "I'm still whole and complete," and it's like smiling. That gesture was there. So all my cut onion, mirchi, or whatever vegetable I was chopping, and it was like in his perfection. It is reminding me to cook with that perfection. Even if I'm cut, I am not hurt. I'm happy. I'm whole and complete. So that's the message I received from that incident.
Yeah, I am still complete. That is so, and the latest song that we have introduced to you also says the same thing, right? The meaning of complete is that it can never be reduced from complete. That's the real meaning. Purnata is whole totality. And from that, whatever you take out, it doesn't matter, it still remains whole. Just like a mom, when a baby is born, mom doesn't become incomplete. Mom is still complete, and the baby also is another complete, right? So understand this. This is how nature functions. Um, in scientific terms, it's called fractal nature. So study about what is the meaning of fractal nature, and you will know a lot about nature. All right. So while you are interacting with others or you are in nature, observe your reactions, right? So emphasis is on observing your own reactions. In what condition, what situation, with what kind of people you react, what sort of reactions you have. Note any judgments, disagreements, or past painful memories that arise. Heal them by claiming your perfection. So whenever you notice some pattern is coming up, heal it right there by claiming your perfection. I am perfect, have always been perfect, and will always be perfect. Right? That's what you have to claim. I choose love and joy in the present. Life is for giving love. I forgive by giving love. So my definition of forgiveness is totally different now. I am not making judgment anymore. There's a big difference, right? So far, our forgiveness was filled with judgment. Now we are removing judgment from the definition of forgiveness. The only thing that I do when I forgive is I give love.
Even my mind don't understand, that somebody did wrong and I'm judging it. And that's my natural response. But one thing I can surely affirm, that there is love present in this moment. If I have that attitude, definitely that first impulse will come from the past patterns, but it will correct itself by taking your awareness to love, to see love in that experience. And you will see it. When you will find it, you will see it. So this one is most important. As we interact with others, mainly the inner conversation is always inside us, and we think, okay, this person is like that, and we don't pay attention. But that is where we are blocking our receiving, and we are busy judging. So with people, definitely that part is there. In nature, if you go out and see a tree, and that's what I felt, so much soothing to me. I have a curry plant, and many people, they come around from the community to pick the curry leaves. So once I saw there was a big cut, and I felt little hurt with that. That cut was not proper. But then I went inside, and a couple of days later, I went out, and again I saw. And where it was cut brutally, it was not cut properly. It sprouted many stems, new branches, new stems came out from that place. In that moment, my heart melted as if I got frozen. It gave me that beautiful message. I'm still whole and complete, and I'm still growing. If that was not there, I would have been limited to one branch, and now I have become many. So that is how our life experiences are so deep, but we keep our filter on all the time.
So the difficult experiences are for our growth. That's the message here, right? Every difficult experience helps me grow. Good. Thank you for sharing this example. It's beautiful. Thank you. So again, bedtime practice. We should be used to it by now. What you do, you just lie down, center in your heart. Remember the creator of all your situations. So no need to hold grudges against anyone, right? That's something you can remember. Then forgive each by saying, I send you love from my heart and I forgive you, knowing it is impossible for you to harm my perfection. I claim my perfection God made me with. So, my perfection that God made me with. Very important thing here. So, feel the love and give a few words of thanks to your higher self also for its guidance and love today. Then transmit your love energy wherever, to whomever, another person, a plant, an animal, situation, or anything you choose. Okay, and then go to sleep transmitting and radiating love. That last sentence, in that state of being love, you go to sleep. Daily reflections. If you have some things popping up, just make note of these. Just like the questions that Priyanka ji had, for example, I would request keep noting those in your notebook because you will go back to them at some point in future, right? So make note of these questions. They are the triggers within you that will help you grow. Okay? Your growth is associated with those triggers. All right, journaling. So these are the prompts for this week. During the quiet period, did I recognize the names of those worthy of forgiveness given by my higher self? So, did I recognize? Some people, I have heard this in the past. Oh, I don't get anything at all, sir. And that means your cementing on top is solid. It needs to be broken because stuff is there that nobody can deny. But only thing you have covered it with almost like cemented cover that needs to be broken. That shell needs to be broken. Okay, just write this thing here. Then the next thing is, did my understanding of karma hinder my forgiveness? Everyone has some understanding of karma, complete or incomplete, whatever it may be, but we all have some understanding, right? So, was that an interfering thing with my forgiveness process? Make a note of such things. Did I recognize the reason for my rejection of that person? Did I recognize why did I reject that person in the first place? Then, did I recognize my expectations whose unfulfillment hindered my love? Right?
Yeah.
Recognize, yeah. Yes.
In the previous one, that
Hmm.
acceptance of rejection is important.
Hmm.
We have to first realize that I am rejecting this person, be it an invitation, be it anything. So that is the first step. Recognize that there's a rejection from my end, and then see for that moment, just become aware of it and see if that is what is blocking you to give love. That is the next step. But here the question is very precise, that know your rejection to others. Actually, it is rejection to yourself only. But For now, just write it so that you know that how your thinking, how your thoughts are impacting your experiences.
Good. And then, did I recognize my expectations whose unfulfillment hindered my love? So I had expectations and they were not fulfilled. That's why I got the grudge. And that hindered my experiencing love. So that connection. So did I recognize that? Important thing is, did I recognize that my love was hindered because of my expectations not being fulfilled? Here is a big one. Did I recognize that everything I am attached to also causes resentment? Everything that I am attached to also causes resentment. Very important, very deep thing. So everything I am attached to includes the people that you are attached to. Then the things that you are attached to, the food that you are attached to, the place you are attached to, right? The atmosphere that you are attached to. All these attachments, they also cause resentment based on the previous question. Unfulfillment of expectation. So, I really need to let go of attachment and understand love. This is a hint we have given here. So, I need to let go of attachment and understand love. Giving love is about liberating, not binding. Very deep thing. Understanding this is very important. Go back into your own experience of life at the moment and then figure out, well, how am I clinging on to those things that I'm attached to? And that is binding. Why? Because I am afraid if I free them, they will disappear from my life. And that is attachment. Okay.
The
So
most
you,
common person in this list are our children and our parents, mostly moms. So if you see, this is to exercise, to see if you recognize the one you are very much attached to. You also very quickly get frustrated when they do not synchronize with you.
hmm,
That is where the flow of love cuts off. It's like it becomes impulsive. Okay, thoda sa gaya, and then stop. Then a little bit gone and came back. If we want to be in that state where my heart is smiling all the time, I'm gentle, I'm feeling that gentle pulsation, we will see how um, every behavior, the person in front of me is impacting it. So the previous question and this question, they are very much connected. So first find out the list of people I'm attached to, right? Go to the previous question, Shailesh. Did I recognize expectations? Expectations from whom? It's the big list of expectations from the closest one. You should dress up like this, you should work like this, you should speak like this. This is my expectation. And that is coming because of my attachment.
you should respect me is the biggest one. I make my own definition of respect and then I expect others to follow that definition. This is the
This
biggest
is,
trap.
remember, this is journaling. This is about knowing ourselves.
Yes.
That is inside my head and it is creating problem in my experience. I'm getting all that random experience. You write it down and then you tell us that how it changes your life.
Ah,
The more clarity is there in your head with people, personality, interaction, and what goes inside, you would see things happening right there in front of you.
ah, right? Good. Chalo. Then the next thing to journal is how did the thoughts of forgiveness in truth change my experience? So now You are learning to do the forgiveness in truth, right? When you are doing that, how did it change your experience? Did I feel love again? Why? Why this thing in bracket? Because I am now, by doing forgiveness in truth, I am removing that block in the passage of flow of love. When you remove the block, did you experience the love again? Because the love will begin to flow. As soon as you open the tap, you have removed the blockage, the flow will establish, and you will naturally experience love. So make a note of that. Be alert on that aspect that, okay, I have removed this block. Did I experience? Okay. Did I realize that the bad experience was created by my own ignorant thoughts? This is going to happen after you have released. Once you have let go, then you will realize, oh my God, that was just me. It was my imperfect thinking that caused it.
So all the previous journaling bullets will come up and summarize.
Yes. So that's, I think this is the last one. Yeah. So um, take your time, be patient with yourself, work through the activity workbook, make additional notes in your notebook as you are experiencing things. If this space is not enough in the workbook, just make additional notes in your workbook. This is going to be very, very useful in upcoming weeks as we progress through the book. The next part two, you will have a lot of work to do.
And this is just a prep, how to work with it.
Hmm. So
यहाँ पे
get
अजय जी has put a
uh,
comment.
get used to working. Get used to
हाँ.
working is what I'm saying. Get used to doing some work. Right? This is not a passive session where you can simply learn, enjoy the movie, and walk off. Right?
We
This
did
is
that last 2 years, so that is how this has come. No, it won't work if you just keep listening. We
yeah.
all have to work.
Hmm. So forgiveness, Ajayji is writing, forgiveness is not tolerating an action, but my non-reactivity to any action. Very deep thing. Very deep thing. So digest it. If you want, you can make a note of this.
Um,
Not a passive submission, but as a positive acceptance. Beautifully said, Ajayji. Thank you. Thank you for sharing this.
But you know what I have found here? What heart centering is? When I'm not centered and I'm seeing others' behavior, I'm
Reacting.
tolerating. And when I'm centered, there's nothing to tolerate. When I'm not centered, I'm influencing others. Whatever their thinking is, if they're provoking with any negative or stressful thought, or they are in peaceful and calm thought, I am with them and I'm enhancing whatever they're feeling, and that intensity is growing, right? But when I'm centered, I am me, and that person is just expressing, clearing his thought itself, and he brought me in front of me, and that in my mirror he can see what he is thinking. He can. Not necessarily, but he can. So being centered is the key here. Then there is no tolerating. If you are tolerating, you are creating, or you're already creating something inside you that can create such more moments. So
And
I found is heart centering is
mm,
all problem, one solution, but it takes a little bit of time to build up. And these are the exercises.
uh, so Bhavnaji's question is, what is forgiveness in truth? Please read the chapter. We did went through the explanation yesterday. You probably missed it, or maybe you watched it but did not listen. So maybe try it again. Maybe this time you will be able to listen. Okay? Forgiveness in truth. The meaning, the very first two paragraphs will explain everything to you.
Even the chapter name is that,
Mm.
forgiving with truth. So the whole talk is about that. Our
Yes, yes.
truth is never separate from us. Like the cut mirchi,
Mm.
it is
The,
always perfect inside
that
us.
the truth is explained in the initial paragraphs. as everything, everyone in your life is an actor in your drama. You have written, you have directed, you have produced, right? And you are the main actor of that drama. That is the truth. And in that truth, when you start forgiving, your forgiveness is actually happening. You will be able to give love. That's the, in simple words, that's what it is, but you have to digest it. So for that reason, I'm asking, please read through the chapter because this whole concept gets built up gradually throughout the chapter. For a deeper understanding, you will know that. Okay. So, Achala ji, if you can be brief, I will unmute you because today our discussion is around the two big topics questioned
So,
in
quick
the,
question.
yes.
When we are forgiving, giving love, but the situation that was created, which we invited out of ignorance, can cause a lot of consequences which can be harmful to others as a result. So there also we send the love.
Absolutely. In this entire book, the medicine for all diseases is send love.
So the effect on the receiving one who is receiving the harmfulness of actions by our own ignorant actions,
Yes,
that also is resolved by sending love.
absolutely.
That is the
Yes,
only way.
yes, yes. That person created their experience and you participated in that experience being ignorant.
Got it. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, Bhavana ji. Yes.
Yes. Thank you so much, Shailesh ji. मैंने कल से I've been wanting to ask question, but yesterday also it went overboard. I think 3+ hours, so I could not. Like this is a very very deep concept. मुझे बहुत ज़्यादा affect कर रहा है, and I really wanted to ask many questions. Just a second, I have to settle down. अभी sorry, Vandana ji was leading us through a meditation. So in between, she said that, and it's also part of the book, that whatever we experience, we have invited it, right? And just a second. So, so we have one second. Firstly, Abhi, Preeti ji, like I have a lot to say. I'm getting confused. Preeti ji was giving example of the cut curry patta ka plant, right? So you said every bad experience is for our growth. So maybe that plant was in a cutting the plant was beneficial in a way, but every bad experience is not for a growth, right? Maybe in that process we go down in our, I mean, at that moment हमारा कई बारी नुकसान हो जाता है, through those bad experiences.
Okay. How is nuksan equivalent to growth?
No, they're not equivalent, right?
They
Are
are.
they? They are.
That is the illusion that you are living in, and you have to break the illusion. So, my suggestion is learn to listen. First thing for you, you have five senses, and you have one sense completely closed. And you are missing out on 20% of your ability to learn. So, you need to spend some time, be focused on listening openly. Don't let your mind interfere with your listening. When you learn to listen, you will be able to understand new information. This chapter, you probably will need to read at least 50 times. Then every word will sink in slowly because your mind is sitting in between. It has jammed the door. So you have to use all your senses. They are there for a reason, right? And you have 2 ears, not one. So listening is more important than speaking because mouth is only one, but this is two. So that even if one misses, the other one is able to get it. So your taking input is inhibited. You are not receiving. So the very first paragraph also is important for you. This chapter, we have to learn to receive.
Right.
है ना?
So, Shailesh,
Hmm.
like I've understood everything. I even did meditation, and also it was very relaxing when I was releasing my pent up hurt and grudges. We're letting go, and
Hmm.
ultimately that is giving us calm. So, giving love, forgiving with love, and letting go of all the things, sending love, all that is fine. I can do all that.
Can
But
you really? Do you
yeah,
know
I've
what
been
is
trying.
forgive? Okay, you tell me. What is forgiving in your definition? You don't even know that.
In this chapter, we're learning forgiving means forgiving love.
That is only here. You don't know it. Your
So
definition
what
of
does
forgiveness is still the
so,
old one.
so what does it actually mean?
You are holding other people responsible for hurting you. That is your definition.
No,
It
I
is
was
still
coming to
there.
another
Forgive.
question
When
related.
no, when you forgive, what
Yeah.
do you say? What is your understanding of
Huh.
forgiveness?
How do you forgive?
Now I'm learning we have to forgive with love. Okay, what you've done in the past, that is fine, and I don't hold on to it any longer.
Why?
So I'm releasing all that
Why
That.
resentment
are you
in my
not holding
mind
to it anymore?
Hmm. Yeah.
because I'm learning to do that, and I want to be in peace and love,
Yeah.
and I also want the other person to be, peaceful. And
So,
but
this
my
is,
question was,
you are not still understanding. Your faculty number 5 is still closed. Please understand, just now what you said is the old definition of forgiveness.
It is written in the
okay,
chapter, the two
And
paragraph.
it
yeah,
is very clearly described in the chapter.
hmm,
So you have to first of all understand forgiveness itself. And also, your experience is telling you that your method of forgiveness is not working.
hmm,
So you have to figure out what's wrong that I'm doing. If it
right,
is not working, then there is something that I am not doing right.
And also the thing that you said, I am sending love. You really need to explain how do you send love? What
Uh,
is sending love to you?
uh,
And I have been posting questions in Hindi group because there are two groups. It's difficult to do translate and put in two, but I'm sure you must be there in the Hindi group. So I keep putting polls
no,
just to make
I
aware of
left that
things.
group. I left the
mm,
Hindi group because too much of messages were,
And then
clutter over
messages
there.
are
uh,
not random. We do not allow any random messages.
right, right.
I
Okay.
understand, but
Uh,
so I
uh,
left the Hindi group eventually.
that's okay. It's up to you. It's your own level of comfort. But know that you have a lot of work to do.
No, for now to make the process work, also you need to understand how to send love. How do you practice it?
Mentally, through my heart, I feel the love in my heart space first, and then I send love to all the people
Mm.
I need to. But
Does
Kushaleji, my question
does the
was
love
one more.
feeling remain
Yeah.
when you send love? Do you see people
Yes,
smiling?
yes, yes.
Does
I
your
should
heart
see people
still feel
smiling.
does your heart still feel the pulsation when you send love?
Yes. But you said, do I see people smiling?
Yes.
No. I just imagine maybe in
It's
my
imagining
thinking.
only. It's like seeing them in their peace, seeing them in their truth, accepting their truth. These are
Okay.
the very basic foundation practices that we want to do it right, because the chapter, it's going to go very difficult in part 3, part 2, if we can't do these simple things. And when love and light works with one, it can work with everybody. So we just need to learn to do it the right way, right?
The
What I was,
say, Bhavna ji, आपको you have to really think deeper about this one aspect, that you are still living in victim mindset, and till you are in the victim mindset, you cannot start your spiritual journey at all. And this book is all about spiritual journey. So you may still be in a place where this book probably is not, you are not ready for the book yet. The any spiritual journey will not start till we come out of victim mindset, right? And that's perfectly okay. There's nothing wrong in that also, right? You may not be ready yet. Fine. Why? Because you still have to complete some experiences in life. So go through the experiences first, go through all that, and your life is going to naturally bring you to a state where you will figure out, well, I am responsible for every damn thing. Yeah, nobody else is doing
so
anything
I
to
was
me.
coming to that only, Shailesh.
Hmm,
Like the chapter that's mentioned, we have free will. That is the execution of your desire. You told us
hmm,
yesterday, and
hmm,
we decide what our experience are to be.
hmm,
Right?
hmm,
And no one can interfere with you.
hmm,
So, and also we discussed we are the writer of our own story, and everybody is
hmm,
playing a character
hmm,
in our
hmm,
story. So,
hmm,
and it's according to our script, so they are playing what we have written in the script.
hmm,
But and our creation begins with our thoughts, but
hmm,
we never think, or also certainly we create whatever we think. So we never think that we want to get hurt. We never think that we want to get physically or sexually assaulted.
hmm,
Like in some cases, there's so much of
hmm,
domestic violence. We don't
hmm.
want, right? So why would we think in that way? And how are we creating all those things in our life so
Correct.
that other people are coming and giving us those
Yeah.
experiences?
Yeah. You are leading me to the answering of Priyanka ji's questions also. Very good. So just be patient. I will explain this.
Okay.
Hmm? That I don't think that I need pain, but why do I get
Right,
pain? Huh?
right.
This is
Why do I
this
get
is
pain?
I will show you. I will show you exactly, and you will know it and still not accept it, because we are so deep rooted in our judgment, right? Then that's the, but for now, just be patient, just hang on, we will address this, okay?
And even the book
Do
is
this,
there.
and also please know that there is nothing personal about it. We are not doing anything personal here in this group. We always work on the idea, the thought, right? The knowledge. That's what is our. So personally, there can be so many things and they become very subjective. We don't want
Right,
to go there, right? Our
right.
focus is the book.
And the
Remember.
book already says, for now you have read it for the first time. By the time you go to part 2, all
Hmm,
these experiences are there to be healed, and they are there to be
hmm,
practiced, and how to do that. That
yeah,
is what the part 2 is all about. I don't think like that, but I still having this experience, and this takes you to the state where, I am only seeing a little part of mind, that is my conscious, judgmental, logical mind. I'm not seeing my subconscious, which is huge, where I carry my wisdom and I carry my past experiences. And what
Mm.
shouts at me is the most volume of it, right? How my life is driven by those, not by what I think from my little mind, but my extensive high volume mind that I don't see, it is projecting my experiences. So that is how what we are going to work in part 2.
Yeah, because this line seemingly, I just cannot digest this. Okay, I recognize
ah,
you are merely
yeah,
doing what I invited. I am not
ah,
inviting you to come and abuse me, come and hurt me again and
ah,
again and again.
Yes, yes, yeah. Why?
So,
Again and again is another thing. That's one more level.
yeah, because it's
Yeah.
repeating. I'm saying, okay,
Yeah.
what happened once, let
And
go. Okay, I'll
uh,
forgive.
based on what you are
Right?
saying, based on
Hmm.
what you are saying, you will get all your experiences again and again and again. That's your nature. You are like that because you don't want
Okay.
to
Truth is
let
not
go.
fixed yet.
No, no, you are not ready to let go only. First, you say, I am leaving you, I am leaving you, I am leaving you, but you are hanging on to it. I am leaving you, I am leaving you. You are not leaving. You are holding on to it. Right? I will explain. Don't worry about it. I will explain. So, um, I'm just getting
Deepmalaji,
into today's topic, right?
hmm,
Okay.
she wants to add to
Hmm,
something. I
hmm,
can see.
yeah. Okay. Yes, Deepmalaji.
Yes. Atmavandan sir and ma'am, and quickly I will say that one day I was saying that I had a question and it got resolved. So my
Hmm,
question was, when I was a little girl, I had some experiences in a very safe and
hmm,
kind, but some experiences to me which were very traumatic.
hmm,
And when I was sitting and that song was playing, immediately I got the thing that it was from a past life.
hmm,
Because as children, we cannot think like that. So
hmm,
from where is that experience coming? Is from what happened in past life.
hmm,
And then couple of days later, I then had this, while quiet practice, I understood, and I have gone to some courses where I did lots of past lives, and I saw lots of past lives. In one past life, I was a very, very bad and very manipulative, and making people do things which they didn't want and all that stuff. And then I realized that in this life, I got off very easily. I got small experiences, and it was like sort of, I think it's over still.
hmm,
But the thing is that everything is not coming from this life as well, and it's coming from some other lives. So that's what I thought. That as a child, how could I have asked for this experience? Just like Bhavna ji saying.
hmm,
But then what happened is that when I realized that it is coming from a past life, then this experience for me was a very small, like it was a pinch instead of a slap.
hmm,
That's
So
how,
it was,
yeah.
yeah,
hmm.
let off so
The,
easily. So
uh,
all these things are coming from there, and so many. And yeah, today, when yesterday, sir, Shailesh ji said, ki again we are going to do next week, I was saying, what is the need? But this time today, when Vandana ji did the thing, I got names of people like I had absolutely forgotten,
hmm.
and it was like somebody who impacted the whole family. So
Yes.
so you guys are coming from a lot of experience, and it's awesome. And this is a very, very deep thing, but we have to feel from our heart, and that's it.
Ha.
So
Okay.
yeah, thank you so much.
That's
That's it.
I just
excellent.
know that it works. So,
Hmm, hmm,
Bhavna ji, when she
Yeah.
said, "What is forgiveness in truth?"
hmm,
That is
hmm.
what is that
The
she's already saying that I'm not able to digest it, and that is very much
Yes.
normal at this
That's
point
Yes.
of
Yes.
okay.
time. Yeah.
I all I'm saying is it's perfectly okay. Bhavina ji is not wrong.
No. No.
She
No.
is in her journey. She is at a place where there is still outstanding to be done. Right. So once that is done, she will be then ready to take on the new challenges.
And let's not talk about
Absolutely.
Bhavna ji, but
Ah,
just talk about the concept that,
yeah, yeah.
I don't agree that I create my reality because
So
when
But
I
I
I
will.
did
was
that,
able to understand it because I had some experiences from past life. And
Mhm.
then here I was able to connect the dots like, okay, because
Yes.
of these,
Mm.
maybe something come in this
Ah,
life. And
ah,
therefore it was like that. So
mm,
unless like it has to be experienced, I suppose.
mm.
So
Yes,
that's
yes.
thank you.
Yeah, no, no worries. So let me first of all address Supriya ji's question about the age-old discussion. Some people say there is God, and other people say there is, I don't believe in God, right? That one I want to address quickly. Both of them are actually not debating, they are not against each other. They are actually supporting each other in one direction. And that direction is knowing what is God. They are helping each other. One is saying, well, oh, okay, there is God. Huh? They agree that there is God. They don't know that there is God, but they agree there is God. Okay? So the other ones are waking them up. Hey, hey, you really don't know. There is no God. Prove it to me. Right? So they are helping each other discover what they are not doing. The discussion comes from the way each one of us has understood God. Your understanding of God is so different from my understanding of God, and we are talking, the word remaining same, we are discussing. we are not actually, that discussion is meaningless. Because in your understanding, God is such and such. My understanding, God is such and such. And we are debating. And that's the discussion that has been going on for ages. Since the concept of God got introduced into social pattern, this discussion has been ongoing. So now, as we are growing, and especially when we are working with the book, we have to remain with the book. And in the book, God has been described as a set of qualities. Nothing else, just a set of qualities. They are not saying human being, they are not saying the trees and plants, and none of that. They are saying this is a set of characteristics that God has passed on to me. When I learn to live fully with these characteristics, I experience being a total human. Right? So, how the God is linked with my purpose of this book? Only in terms of qualities, a bunch of qualities that help me become a total human. Nothing more than that. So, if I am carrying a concept in whatever way, that concept needs to now be kept for the timing, keep it aside. It will hinder your understanding further. Okay, very important thing. Understand, and when you keep your existing concept of God aside, or maybe use a different word instead of God, replace it with creator or whatever in the book when you are reading the book. So it will not hinder your learning, right? Okay, you don't have to convince anybody. Why? Because they also don't know. Nobody knows because they have not experienced, right? You now becoming awake are ready to experience. From your experience, you have to know the answer, irrespective of the debate. Okay, so don't let this become a block. You are not here to prove anything to anybody.
And I would again bring back to the point about me,
Hmm.
I. What
Hmm.
is my understanding? What is my, what I live? I live with God or no God. God is still common because no one can kill God. Or if you say God or something else, and it is said as a presence. The book says about as a presence that is there in every forms, that is an expression. You and me, we are all forms. Everything in the nature is also another form, and they are just giving one common experience of love.
Yeah.
So God is love. And if you don't want to say God, if that is your personal thing that you can't come up with God, just say I am love. Don't give
The,
that quality to God, but just give that quality to yours. If you say self or anything that for that matter, that is the common or the topmost in the hierarchy. If you think there is a hierarchy, if you think, not as defined by somebody, because the whole book is about your own experience. And if
so
you can differentiate the experience of being in the heart, feeling that gentle pulsation and the experience you have in that moment versus the experience you have had entire life, or even the moments where it is not present, what is that difference? What do you think? How would God live if it anyhow if it exists, if it takes form? What other creation are doing and what I am doing? How is it different? That particular feeling will differentiate the two expression. So click just that chapter number 1 is very fundamental, basic also, but it's not just the beginning; it's also the end. You start from week 1 and you end at week 1. Only the intensity of that love experience or the duration of that love experience will be less or more throughout the practice. And maybe you take one iteration of understanding unified, then you practice a little bit, then you practice a little bit more, and then it goes inside. So it takes that much effort to confront yourself, what your thinking is. So Ramyaji has written, last year she was struggling so much. Every day, most of the time she would come and, she will say that I'm not able to do it. But we have all heard her experience, like she made a choice to complete this course. She knew that she is lacking in her practice. And whatever it took, she just went through over and over. And the session is still there. The last year recording, she went through that and it helped her. So from our end, that is what it takes. And we just want to know anytime what is the block, and I remove that block. And then I move one step further. Very little by little, we grow.
The thing that we need to now start understanding is the only way in which I can experience the truth is by becoming open, right? My belief system is going to come in the way. It will stop me from learning new. Why? Because I am deep rooted in my belief system. And belief system includes I don't believe in God. The word believe still there. That's another belief, right? So your belief systems are always going to come in way. But if we want to learn something beyond, then we have to keep our beliefs out of the way. Then only we can learn. So becoming open is very important. At least exploration, right? I am not surrendering my belief. Let me explore what is there. My existence beyond the body itself is a concept. But this whole book is around that only. Your higher self, what you are calling higher self, is only your imagination beyond the body. That's all it is, right? So, being open will help you. And the concept of higher self is actually helping you understand and resolve many of your inner questions. So, what's wrong with the concept? We don't have to agree, just assume. Assume and work through all your issues and questions, and then you will suddenly find answers. Then you can forget about we can validate the assumption at some point in time when we know enough. But
We
till
just
such
have to
time,
be open, no filters at all, right? So
that is very important, right? So
yes.
this is what I wanted to communicate based on that particular topic about existence of God and not. Don't get into that debate at all. There is no need,
It will only
right?
keep you in head. And not
Also,
and only your experiences are your answers, not the discussion or anything. If you can tell in your head, it won't be part of you. It will be just on the surface.
and also know that both of them are saying the same thing. What are they saying? Explore your experience. That's all they are saying. Find for yourself. This is what Buddha said. Find for yourself because it cannot be told. I cannot explain, and I am probably never going to tell you how I know what is God. Okay? That's my
And there's no
experience.
point.
Ah.
I know it is. Yesterday, Achalaji, I said, okay, just accept that you know it. Why question who? Right? And this book will answer you. It will guide you to that, even because this book is not just like a subconscious reprogramming. No, no, no. This book is for self-realization. You will get all your questions answered, and with your higher self. What Shailaji said, it's an imagination, it's a concept, right? But it is active and alive, it's very much present in your day-to-day life. And you just have to be there where you get one message, when you recognize once your higher self, and then you can just trust in that. Who else you can trust? You cannot trust me or him. We all have to walk our own path.
Yes. All right. So I hope we have clarified that aspect that that debate is not for those who are on spiritual path. Okay. When you are on spiritual path, you have to put it down. It doesn't matter whether God exists or not. To me, I am going to figure it out myself. Right?
This is
That should
another
be the
news
approach.
channel, like
Yeah.
where the debates are
Yeah.
going on the political matter. Is another, like,
Yeah.
we are
So,
all free to choose what we
mm,
want.
yeah. And we don't have to prove anything to anyone but to myself. I need to definitely prove to myself,
No.
right? No, exactly. Right. So that should be the approach for us if we want to progress on spiritual path. That should be the approach. Okay. I have known enough that served my purpose for my existence with outside world. Now I'm bringing my awareness to myself because I want to know who I am and what I am. That is the spiritual path. Spiritual path is nothing very special. Spiritual path is moving your awareness from outside to the self. That's all simple as that. When you bring your awareness to self, then things outside will not matter to you because now your focus is on self. You want to know. And in that process, you will know the truth. Eventually, that's why I keep calling it truth. No need to call it God or anything, none of that. And truth will
Call it
present
truth.
itself. Truth will present itself in so many ways, you will be amazed. It's really amazing. So just be patient with yourself, follow the book. The structure of the book, as Preeti said, you start from chapter 1 and come back in chapter 1. If you read the book, the very first chapter before week 1 is called Unified. And the last chapter after week 24 is also called Unified. A circle is complete. Okay? So understand that
What I
when
feel, we are
Hmm,
too curious and we have no patience.
hmm,
We are just in week 6, where I can tell you this particular thing that we create our own reality. This will be worked upon in part 2 and part 3 also, not
hmm.
just part 2.
No, but Preeti, what is important is that this chapter, the knowing of this chapter, is actually causing upset in the belief system. That's what the purpose is. So Bhavna ji's expression is beautiful. Now, actually, it is causing the turbulence inside. And what the hell is this? How can I do this?
For
Beautiful,
that sake,
right?
we already did
Hmm,
that 24 weeks days
hmm,
of practice where we
yeah,
already talked about that. Yes, we
hmm,
will create our own reality.
yeah.
But then there were not like no practice was like this deep, right?
Hmm,
It was just understanding a mental concept.
hmm,
And that's what I've been telling, how much we listen, how much we hear and do a mental thing. It won't become my experience until I take it inward,
ah,
right? So
right?
here, the practice is very much natural and living.
Ah,
And without your higher self concept, you can never do this. I can bet you. And with your higher self, you can never question it. I can bet you. And that's how I have experienced even in my image, in my mind also, I see any experience and where I'm judging, I'm not liking it.
hmm,
My higher self feeds me instant, immediate, loving
hmm,
thought. And I have to just catch it. So the awareness has to be inward. And if you see my life, I do not entertain any myself to any social talks since my childhood. I used to sleep when my father used to watch news. And I was said to be good at general knowledge, but I never wanted to know anything from that general current affairs. And so I don't do anymore. And since childhood, I do not entertain anything outside from this, like no movies, even songs rare. So it's like very much inward, right? And that is where your silence will speak, where your higher self speaks and you hear. That's the moment we have to reach, that we catch those messages. It's
hmm,
always, always, always present.
hmm.
So I'll
Good.
take a leave now, Shailaji.
Yes, yes.
You
Thank
please
you.
continue. Thank you.
Thank you for adding your thoughts here. So, Priyanka ji's questions are very similar to what Bhavana ji was saying. And they are around what's happening around me. Those questions are essentially, we are seeing problems around us. Most of the questions are pretty much this, they have the same essence, that I am focused on the negative around me. I see only negative around me. And that's why such of those events or even news about such event appears in front of me to show me that experience. And when we begin to turn inwards, when we begin to bring awareness to the self, that's when the purpose of that is to disconnect from all that. That is noise. Becoming aware of your awareness. Where is it going? What is triggering me? That trigger is telling you your awareness is there. Each one of those triggers is showing you where your awareness is, right? So all of those experiences, the difficult ones, are there to help you, okay, see this thing in you. So when when you hear a story in the news channel, newspaper, wherever, even the movies are also telling you a story only. Sometimes the movies are about the social problems, current issues, current affairs, whatever. They create a movie on that and create a story and highlight the social issues. What does it actually do to you? It keeps you away from the self. You will never think of self at all there. You will constantly be busy thinking about things around you. And also, you will always be looking at things around you which satisfy your ego. Constant feed to the ego is required from outside. Imagine, think about it. Like you hear the story, oh, there was such a big bad thing happened to a girl in that place and so on. What did it trigger within you? Why did you pay attention to that story? First thing. You've been watching movies where such things are shown. You've been hearing that news constantly on the radio and TV. Why does that attract your attention? Give a thought to that. Forget about the story. That story is not meant for you. That story is only a trigger for you to think, look within. Now, look at yourself. Why is it triggering you? That will give you a lot of knowledge about yourself. You don't have to criticize yourself. You don't have to kind of feel guilty about that. None of that. Just know. First thing is to know about the self. What is triggering it in me? How is this information satisfying my ego? Right? These are the type of questions you should start asking now so that you explore yourself more. Every lesson is this lesson will start this lesson is almost like the jadu. You have dust around the house, which was settled and not visible, and now you're sweeping, it's all rising up. That dust will rise up. And you have to now figure out, well, okay, what do I do with it? I need a vacuum to suck it out. But it tells also about you. What am I hiding within me? Not looking at it. And I am deliberately not looking at it because I want to run away from it by being engaged in outside. When I am engaged in outside, I am safe. I don't have to question myself. I don't have to face what I contain within, right? And I'm having pity on others. Oh, I'm safe. It didn't happen to me, right? All my ego is satisfied. I am better. That is not the purpose of it. The purpose is to see within what is hidden there. And when that thing starts to surface, you have all these questions. What is going on? So those questions are helpful in your own inner journey for you to evaluate what within me is causing this turmoil. And the good thing is, our book is here to help. In future chapters, we will work through all these things. So you will find your answers to your questions. In the days to come, as we move through chapter by chapter, you will begin to find answers in a very scientific way. Right? So we are going to start working even the next week itself. Not next week. Next week we are continuing this chapter because we want the whole, just do as much churning as possible. If your list is 200 people to be forgiven, beautiful. The more you take out, the better it is. You are going deeper. Okay? But make a note, don't worry too much about it. No evaluation. We will work with it later on. Allow your dust to rise up so you can suck it out. Okay? We have to do this. This is a process of inner hygiene we are doing. So in the days to come, we will be addressing these one by one and working through our rearrangement of thoughts. By rearranging our, essentially everything is here in the mind only. It's all in the thought. That process of reorganizing the thoughts is what we are doing through the book. So there is a lot of work we have to do next in the part 2. In part 2, there will be active work you will have to do. So this is preparation for that. We are preparing our basis of thinking. Basis of thinking. The most fundamental and most important thing that this chapter has introduced to us is I create my own reality. Bhavnaji is having problem with that. How do I create my own reality? What is happening? So, Bhavnaji, are you ready to talk now? Good. Chaliye. So, let's ask. Do you do cooking in the kitchen?
Yes.
Let's say, take the name of, let's say roti, easiest thing, right? So,
No, roti
how
is not
do,
easiest.
huh?
Most difficult.
Most difficult.
I find making veggies are easy.
Okay. So, making veggies, right? So, today,
Right.
you go to your kitchen and you have to make veggie. How do you start?
By chopping.
Before you chop, what do you do?
I think what I have to make today. I have to cook.
Think. So
Right.
it's so your thought eventually turns into a recipe and
Right.
a dish comes out of it. You create a dish. So who is responsible for your experience of the dish?
I am.
Ah, this
But that
is
is what I started. Something
hmm,
which comes to me from outside, I have no control over that. This is a
good.
recipe I
Good,
wanted to
good, good.
make.
You are going in the
But
right
just,
direction. Beautiful, right? Something
yeah.
which comes from outside, I have no control over that. But how did it come to me? And why did it come to me?
Yes, I would
Right?
like to know that.
Because
Mm.
I am resonating at that frequency internally. That's why it's attracted. Right? So, why did that not come in Shailesh's experience? There is virus all around, right? Why does the virus affect only a few people? Why not everybody becomes sick? Right? Those who
These, what do you say? Our immunity is low, so we catch
ah,
the virus.
that's a medical name, but immunity low means what? I am ready to receive that virus.
Okay.
Right? I am open to receiving that virus, so it's coming to me. Right? And open to receiving means what? Inviting only.
Hmm.
Right? So I am inviting that experience. That's why it's coming. So now, how am I open? I'm open
Hmm.
because of my thinking. The fear in me makes my immunity low. And I get it. So this is a
But
nature's
I don't
process.
think negative always, no.
No,
I'm
no,
not
no.
thinking, okay,
Hang on,
like
hang
my
on,
husband
hang
will
on.
come and start
Right.
hitting at me
So
or abusing me suddenly
agreed,
for
agreed.
no
But
reason.
right. Okay. Now tell me, you just said I don't think negative always, but sometimes you do, right?
Maybe, yes. But I think in my case, these negative thoughts are reaffirmed by the events that are happening in my life.
Correct. Yeah.
So वो reaffirm होता रहता है कि because it's
हाँ,
happening again and again, and
हाँ.
it's not going only. So I'm
Exactly.
wondering, I
हाँ.
did not invite you to come and hurt me.
Mm,
Why it
mm,
is
mm, mm,
happening
mm. Right. So right
again?
now you have now got a little hang of this whole thing as to my invitation causes my experiences. That's one thing. Okay. Now we will go to
Hmm.
the next step. Why is it happening again and again? Because you have not yet learned the process of getting rid of it. Okay. In the future
Okay.
chapters, we will be going through exercises through which you will release. Right now, you haven't learned to release. Okay. You have not yet got the process of releasing. That's why this is
Hmm.
causing upheaval inside you. Right? Why? Because
Hmm.
that's natural. It's okay. It's good to feel like that because now you are becoming aware that I am somehow inviting negativity in my life. Good.
But is it
This
always the same? Am I inviting every time something wrong happens?
No, 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 no. Yes, yes, that part is okay. But what I'm saying is, you are not inviting only negativity in your life. You are inviting good things also in your life, which you are not
Correct.
mentioning right now. But why? Because your focus is on negative thing. It is pinching you, right?
Correct.
There are good things also which you are inviting, but you are just digesting it without talking about it. Hajam kar liya, right? All the money which comes, you put in the locker. Eh?
Nice
So
analogy.
be appreciative of the good that you are inviting as well. You are not inviting only negative, but your awareness
Right.
is on what negative you have attracted. Okay. So first thing is become aware that I am responsible for every experience of my life, good or bad. Okay. When you take that ownership, right, in the true sense, you will never feel victim. Now nobody can come and hurt you on their own, right? Unless you are permitting them to do it. You are unknowingly giving away your power to others. Unknowingly, you do that. Why? Because of a pattern within you. From childhood, you have learned to behave in a certain fashion, and that certain fashion actually is constantly giving away your power. You have been taught to do it that way, right? You never questioned it. So it has become pattern, and now you are dealing with it again and again. Okay. So now, as we are learning, we have to figure out, well, okay, what do I have that I need to work on? Right? And then slowly and gradually, in every chapter, we will build on that thing gradually, one by one. So just be ready. But first important thing for you to be ready is accept responsibility. I am responsible. Nothing is coming from outside without my permission. I have this
Yeah.
mosquito net. I have this mosquito net. No mosquito is allowed to enter unless I allow it to enter.
So my protection is my responsibility.
Absolutely.
How I protect myself.
Yes, I protect myself, and then how I reorganize my thinking, because I now know the machine is right here. The creation is happening from here,
Mm.
just like your vegetable recipe. And so everything else that you are creating every day, including your children, you created them from a thought. Remember that.
Mm-hmm.
You
Okay.
created your children from a thought, and that is your creation. Take responsibility for it. I am responsible for this creation.
If they
Okay.
are good or bad, that's my responsibility.
Irrespective of what they are. Now, their being good or bad is something you are constantly creating again. That's another
Okay.
creation. Their physicality creation is one. Now, experience from them is your next level of creation. You are creating it once you begin to know. When we will do some deeper work later on in future chapters, you will figure out, just like many people are finding, like Deepmalaji shared, I got 3, 4 names that I had not even thought of. Likewise, you will begin to see your own thoughts which are causing this. You will begin to see. And that's where higher self will help you. Higher
So
self,
Shailesh,
yeah.
sorry, there's one line in this workbook, Quiet Period Practice mein, second last line.
Hmm,
Close with gratitude for the release and sweetness of forgiveness.
hmm,
Knowing that life is for giving love and there is nothing to forgive.
hmm. Yeah.
So isn't this contradictory? We
No, 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 no,
are
no. It is not.
forgiving things, right?
Yes. So he is basically taking us from our earlier understanding of forgiving, where we become the judge.
Hmm.
We are declaring a judgment on somebody that you are bad.
Hmm. Hmm.
That he is saying is wrong. That is illusion. Who appointed you the judge? How did you take that position? Are you Justice Bhavna Jain? You are not. How did you then start making judgment?
So we don't have to forgive anyone because just now we also learned that we have to,
Okay,
we're
tell me.
asking a higher self, give me names of those people I want to forgive, and we have to make a list of those
Yeah,
people. But we
exactly.
have
I
to
want,
forgive.
yeah, this forgiveness is now associated with my grudges.
Hmm.
I have to release those knots by doing the process of forgiving love. This is not your forgiveness. This is the new concept of forgiveness now. That is what we have learned in this chapter. We are practicing that only. Because of my illusion, I am carrying grudges and
Hmm.
thinking I will make a judgment on each one of them. I have already created the judgment, right? In the court of Justice Bhavna Jain, this person is declared criminal. Okay. Poor guy doesn't even know this. The decree has been passed on the guy, right? So understand this, that you are declaring and also keeping on to yourself. You are not even sending the notice. So we have to figure it out. Well, I don't have this job. This is not my duty. Nobody is
Okay.
paying me for it. Why do I become a judge? There's no need. And the second thing is the very fundamental. When I am responsible, how can somebody else be held responsible for the problem?
True, true.
Right? So, if somebody else is not responsible, then who do I forgive?
Okay.
That is
Right.
the fundamental here. Then that's why they say that you will then ultimately understand there is nothing to forgive, because I am only creating everything. And my creation is for a reason, for a purpose. It is not just like that. Whatever you are experiencing today in your life, even repeated experiences, those experiences are for a reason. They are not just like
Like,
that.
like what
They,
purpose?
oh, absolutely, you have to
For my
grow.
growth.
You still, absolutely. You do not grow otherwise, just like that plant that Preeti mentioned, right?
Mm.
That growth happens only when there is breaking of the branch.
Right, right.
Then only new branches will come out. Otherwise, it will be just one single branch keep continuing to grow.
Got it, I understood.
This is how nature is, and we are just like any of those trees. We are part of the nature, same way, created with the same philosophy, same qualities. So unless these breakages are happen in our life, we will not grow.
Yeah, thank you so much. One more last thing, Shalaji, is not for today's concept, what we've studied earlier about the uninvited influences in our
Hmm,
aura.
hmm,
So I've experienced sometimes whenever कोई बाहर का आदमी मेरे घर आता है,
hmm,
even if that person is a very benevolent person, very good, very true to heart, and I have no problem with that person. But whenever like I had my sister-in-law day before here, and she was
hmm.
sleeping with me, but I could not sleep the whole night. So what is that? Like,
Alright.
is that also an uninvited influence? Even though
Absolutely.
she means no harm.
Huh, hmm.
So like,
Yes, you have allowed them access to your own field.
why is it
In the
disturbing me?
that disturbance is the influence. That
I have
disturbance is
realized I cannot sleep
that
the whole
this.
night whenever somebody comes.
So look within.
Hmm.
What is it that you are hanging on to? That disturbance is bringing your awareness to self. Well, okay, why are you uncomfortable in the presence of this person? It is the presence
So
of the person which is
what
causing.
could be the reason?
You have
Yeah.
to figure out. I will not know what's inside you. I will not know. You have to figure it out by yourself. And if you spend some time figuring it out honestly, you will find it. Okay. So think about it. Go within. Go within.
So should
Um,
we clean and close our aura before somebody is coming to your house? Is that the solution?
all the time. Anytime you feel discomfort, just do it. Don't think. Anytime you feel
Hmm.
this, whether you are in the toilet or in the house or outside, doesn't matter. There is no qualification clause. Anytime you feel the discomfort, just do it.
No, I did not feel any discomfort. Only thing I
You are,
realized I could not sleep. I was
yes,
awake
that
whole
is,
night.
so that is a discomfort only, right?
Hmm. Okay, so I'll keep that in mind. So next time it
Uh,
doesn't happen.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
thank you
Just
so much.
anytime, anywhere, just do that. That process is basic. Okay. Chalo.
I'm learning
Thank.
very mind-blowing, bulb-on concepts and moments in this
Yes.
course.
For you, the most difficult thing I can see is taking responsibility for your own life, right? Once you do that, you will begin to see clearly everything, even your own life experiences. Then you will be able to correlate. But first, you have to accept it. Once
Because
you accept,
we are always in the mindset, okay, especially me, why is this happening to me? Why is my son not behaving,
hmm,
properly with
yeah,
me?
yeah, yeah,
Why is everything wrong happening with
huh,
me? So,
yes, correct. So you will find the answers to all this very soon.
okay, thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Good, good, very good. Yeah. So I request Ramya ji, you can unmute.
Hi, Shailesh.
Hmm.
Hi, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, yeah.
Sorry, I don't have a question, but I make a comment on my experience so that
Hmm.
it might help somebody.
Sure.
Is it
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
Okay. So yesterday in the chat also I just mentioned sometimes many of these learnings becomes like driving a car. So
Hmm.
in this book, when I started the journey year ago, or maybe more than a year ago.
Hmm.
So I did the first part completely. Very sincerely, I followed everything and it was amazing. And I entered second part, some things were there which changed, like I had to relocate and I lacked. Then always this feeling remained, I'm not able to catch up. I'm
Hmm.
not able to catch up. Then I said, no, I have to go back. Then this app came. I installed it and I kept on listening, and each of the instructions, and many times I've seen you, Preeti ji, Neha ji, everybody, when you say, you repeat so many times that it went into the subconscious me, and it again inspired me. And I really felt so many changes in my life. So I just want to say that it's like driving the car, knowing, like I learned the car when it was manual, putting the key. You have to be aware, where is the clutch, where is the brake, you press it, then you have to start, then you have to release the clutch slowly and accelerate the car. And then you learn, but control is with your trainer. You are, of course, on the car, but in India, when you are driving, many times it is with the controller only. And then you drive. And then you start driving. Then again, you're conscious. Where is the clutch? Where is the brake? You consciously drive each time you apply brake. And then there is a moment when it is subconscious. When it's a bump, you know what to do. When there is a gutter, you know what to do. So it's same thing. If this course, Unified, the book has been amazing. But I know if I would have read this book simply, maybe it would not have gone in so much subconsciously as much I am able to do with you all. It has gone in. I can feel it. And it's like right now, Bhavna, you was telling feelings coming. But you need not alertly, consciously tell that, oh, I have to feel my heartbeat. Oh, I have to be said. Because like when a bump is there, when to put the brake and how much the clutch, when the accelerator. That's how the life flows.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
I think it's more about it's very important. And another thing which the thought came today is that when we are driving a car, it's a responsibility. It's a big responsibility. You need
Yes.
to know the rules. You need to be disciplined how you drive, because the one sitting inside, if you are driving, you want to protect that. And I think our body is like that. And the one whom we have to protect is our soul. And whatever it is, this entire course is allowing us to realize, understand our soul better, and really protect it.
And so when you say the one that we have to protect is our soul, who is protecting then?
It's ourselves, through this awareness and being connected, being realizing, and then the abundance is flowing and everything is going. So now we are in the 6th chapter. There has been so much of learning, and I felt like, we have been learning first, centering in the heart, like understanding whether our cup is half full or full. Unless it is full, we can't give love to anybody. In the 2nd chapter, we started recognizing our higher self, which gave us the confidence there is a mentor who is really whom I can approach and whom I can communicate, which I learned in the 3rd chapter. In the 4th, it is all about the protection, because there is a protection needed. That's all about a discipline, about a personal thing, like, oh, I have to protect. And then 5th, it was all about sometimes, even if we protect ourselves on the road, there can be a sudden bike coming in, another vehicle coming in. So we have to safeguard. And it's more like consciously safeguarding. And then the 6th chapter where we are is about forgiving. So the forgiveness, when I first time did, there was a list of few people. Now this time when I didn't get even a single name. Perhaps it's not that there's nothing happening, but the moment it is happening, immediately it is realized that I have to do something. And perhaps that's the reason that the list is now almost empty. And so when we have to go somewhere, there are two options. One is we drive the car ourselves or hire a taxi. If we hire a taxi, we can go and come back. But the next time again I have to go, I may have to hire a taxi. But if I know the driving very well, I can drive it whenever I want. So this course, if it can go in subconsciously, Maybe that would really help us. And it comes from only practice because I
Yes.
practiced it. There were moments I was listening the same thing. Even today, I go back and listen to even your old videos sometimes. And this year also, there were many moments I learned newer thing, new. And I think last few weeks back when Swastika ji, she did a narration, I felt, oh, maybe my book reading can further be improved. I was
Yes.
listening, but maybe let me do. So it's for us, it's for me, it's for my own movement
Yes,
into
exactly.
this journey.
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
So I just thought of sharing, and
Yeah.
and no one has to be disappointed. It's all about the time. Maybe not today, but the practice has to be continued because no one else can experience unless it gets my experience. No, it
Exactly.
can't move on.
Yes, absolutely. You are right. So this is everybody's unique personal journey only, right? And we have to, by experience, by practicing, practice is basically creating experience. When we practice, we create our experience, and from that experience, we learn. And that learning is permanent. So this is the entire process, and we are going to do more and more. And you have done it last year, so you are familiar what more we are going to be doing in the days to come. Uh, and once we have cleared the backlog, we have to be also in total awareness of not creating more, right? So that awareness is to be practiced continuously forever. And now the easy thing is, as I explained when I explained the chapter, is that we can, in the process we are learning, we can forgive or send love to people individually from the list. That is one way of doing it. The other way is realize that nothing wrong can be done to me. Nothing wrong has ever been done to me. My perfection has never been infringed upon. I am still perfect. And I was perfect, will remain perfect. When you have this thing completely understood, there is nothing more to forgive, right? So all that list of people will vanish, just like that, from within. This is correcting the thought. So that would happen with many people, that will happen. If they have got the fundamental clear, then the fundamental is clear. I am responsible for all my experiences and I am the creator. So now all these people need to be paid back. They are my employees. They are all my hired goons. I have brought them in my life to do certain things. Fantastic. Good. Now time to pay them. And that payment is by giving love. Just keep giving love and they will vanish from your scene.
Yeah, exactly. And when I used to give love, initially I used to imagine like a light beam going out from my heart, reaching to many people.
Yeah.
Now, when I write and all, no, I feel like I am the sun, and the rays are just, I really experience sometimes. Imagine I start, I'm the sun, and the rays of love are just going in all three dimensions. There, then it's the land, it's many times it's Mother Earth, it's the sky, it's the cloud, it's the people around, and
Yes. Yes.
and it's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. We are the light. So Nehaji has wonderfully corrected me here. Wonderful people, not goons. So all these people around me are not goons. They are wonderful people who have accepted my invitation. And I need to pay them back, give them love. So remembering this is important. Anytime any challenge comes to your life, be prepared to make the payment. The experience is there. It is tough one, very difficult. I don't know what to do. All that is going on. But at the same time, be in your heart space. When you are in your heart space and experiencing this thing, your experience will be very good. You will learn the best in that state from that experience. So growth is much bigger, much higher. Then it will not have to repeat or anything. Just once it will come, you are in that state, you have seen it completely, and then it goes away, that experience. And you also make the payment for it, because unless you pay it, it will be your pending invoice. It will not be going away. It will remain in your books. So give them love, make the payment, then those experiences will go away. So don't be afraid that we are not sending away the people. We are sending away those tough experiences, right? In your memory, that person is associated with an experience only. Once that experience goes away, that kind of image of that person goes away. That person can come back in your life with a very different image altogether, right? So you are not getting rid of people. They are still actors. They have a role to play. No, maybe not in your drama, somebody else's drama. They are all going to remain. All that what you are doing is you are changing your experience with such of those entities to the one that you want. Just experience is being changed. That's what we are doing here, right? Good. Thank you. Thank you, Rameji. Thank you for sharing this experience. Yes. Balaji, you can unmute. Yeah.
आत्मवंदन
Mhm.
मुझे ये ख्याल आया कि sorry, Deepmala mentioned a name. Actually, that whatever offense that was done to me, but it affected the family. So maybe she got that name herself. I didn't get that name. I got some 3 or 4 names only. And when I really thought about what did they really do, they didn't do anything offensive to me, but they could have done some help to me, which they did not do. So I'm holding a grudge. You could have helped me, you could have guided me, you did not do. That was the grudge I had. Not that you beat me that day and it was paining so much, nothing like that. It is just that you are not positively helping me out when it was in your capacity to do so. Whereas I always go out of my way to help somebody, and you did not help me when it came to your turn. That was my thing. But anyway, routinely I said love, light, blah blah blah. I sent them away. But my list is not progressing. It is just stuck there only. On the other side, whenever I am saying, give me the list of people I should forgive, I am getting a big list of people who should forgive me. I mean, I have offended somebody. Like,
that's okay.
Again, this is from my perception. Maybe I said, maybe I am too harsh on myself, taking even the smallest of whatever that can happen as happens, and I keep on asking for forgiveness. But I am on the path to getting unified, and I have good teachers who are telling me all this. How get the forgiveness from them? Because
okay. It's very simple. Very simple. The understanding that we have from this chapter about forgiveness, it is not about giving and taking. It is about dissolving that experience. Right? That experience could be either created by me or somebody else, but ultimately creation was mine only. Even if somebody else did it to me, my creation only. So in either case, responsibility still rests with me. So by giving love to that person, I am essentially dissolving that experience. I am done with it. Okay. Whichever way, it doesn't matter who it impacted.
Okay. So even when I have to receive, I give the love back so that it fluxes the path.
Exactly. You are sending love to even that event. That experience itself, you are sending love to. Okay. So that is important to understand. Very good that you asked this question, because many people will have a similar question. Should I ask for forgiveness? Here we are not, there is no need to send or receive. Just have that name, because association of that name in your mind is with an event, an experience, right? That name or the person reminds you of an experience. And that remembrance of that experience is what you are sending love to. Okay. That's how you are resolving it. Even if it is loss in profit. You had loss in profit with this and other person you mentioned, right? You were expecting
Yeah.
profit of 10 lakhs and you got only 5. So you are not happy because I got less profit. You still got profit, but less. That's the kind of thing. It's okay. Loss in profit. It's fine. You still had profit. Be positive. Yeah. The person who could have helped you and who did not, that's what I'm talking about. That is loss in profit. You were expecting certain behavior which you did not receive. That's addressed in this chapter also, right? Perfect. Very good. So please do keep looking at this whole exercise from a positive perspective, that this is not to take a revenge from somebody, doing negative, none of that thing. We are simply sending love to our own experiences. Either way, it doesn't matter whether I created, but whether I in my books, my creation or somebody else's creation, that is what we have to dissolve. Okay. So thank you, Balaji. Thank you. Uh, Swastika, you can unmute. Yeah.
Actually, I wanted to share experience.
Hmm.
The first thing in the morning when I practiced the quiet practice, so I had this realization that I had I have a very big grudge against my father. I mean, I love my father dearly. We have a very beautiful relationship, but some event just made me feel like I wasn't treated justly. And though I love my father, but I in the chapters like withholding, I could feel like I was not able to freely express it. Something was holding it. And today in the morning, he was the one that I sent my love and light to, and it was such a beautiful experience to realize that he has always been that love and light kind of person, the kindest person, right? But because I was writing the script, I was like my imperfect thinking. He had to come out with that anger and hate, though he's love and light. So that made me realize like how the people around us, out of love, they are full up because just because we are writing our script, just because we want to experience something, they act they act in a way which is not love, like which might be so much difficult for them also. They come out of their original nature to give us the experience.
Yes.
And it was like I also think like I know I love my Baba, but why can't I like really
I
feel that?
don't.
And today it melted. And uh, today in the evening quiet practice, I actually saw this empty rooms. I mean, I get some names and events, but more than that, I'm like I asked in the chat also like I don't have anything hurt grudges against anyone because I am very clear on the understanding that it was me who wrote everything. It was me who thought of imperfect things. Who do I forgive? Like when in the quiet in the evening quiet practice when I saw the empty room of my college days, the place which the part of life which I was like very hurt, very much lonely, and then so who do I forgive there? Like that was
Tell
question.
me, tell me, when you are responsible for everything, who is there to forgive?
But still, there's
See, your court of judgment is empty now. There is no one to judge.
yeah, but the painful hurt, like there's the pain still.
That pain
As you
is
said,
your, huh? And in the chapter, very clearly it is written that that is your illusion. That pain came from somewhere, right?
I believe it is from my imperfect thinking. And
You
I don't know
know,
how do I
yeah.
forgive
So
my imperfect thinking.
you have to be loving to yourself. Your thinking is not imperfect. You are perfect. You choose to use thoughts which are not aligned with God's thought. That's the difference. If you chose your thoughts to align with God's qualities, your experience will be different. You will experience being God. But you chose not to use those qualities now. Right now, what you are saying is, I chose to use qualities which are not aligned with God qualities. Okay. Why? Because I wanted to experience. Perfect. That's perfection. You are creating a unique experience for the self. And that experience was necessary for your growth. So you got it. There's nothing wrong with it at all, right? So this definition of right and wrong is where we need to correct. It was not wrong. None of it. Anything whatsoever you did in your entire life till now cannot be declared wrong. Everything is
That's right.
done for a right reason, right? So slowly and gradually, when you begin to think like this, then okay, there can be nothing wrong. How can it be? Unless I decide to create a problem. That choice is given to me. Always we have that choice. I, when if you have sat on a beach with sand as a kid and made that little mud house, once you're happy with all that, what do you do at the end? Just break it. That's what children do, right? I have experience now. Now clean it up. Done. My game is over,
Oh,
right? This is what we are doing. We create a challenge, experience the challenge, learn from it, and then dismantle it. Done. Finish. This job is over. Right? So the emptiness that you are worried about or which you are afraid of is coming from your Buddha of your past life. So do not dwell too much into it. Ignore it for now. Okay? Ignore it for now because ultimately um, your experience will drive you in the right direction. That is your calling actually. So just be with it. Let it unfold in the most beautiful and loving way. It will unfold. Staying in the heart is that, right? Being in balance. Centering in the heart. At the center, you are most balanced. So centering in the heart means remaining in balance, neither this side nor that side. Neither good nor bad. That is being centered. So your centering will continue to help you. Also be patient because we are still only in chapter 6. There are more chapters coming.
I was actually I
Uh,
was actually counting the weeks. I thought, okay, I mean, very impatient to go to part two because I know that's where we're going to like claim our true desires.
hmm.
And now you say we are extending this week again. I was like, oh, but okay, okay.
Okay, that was to test your patience. Beautiful. I am so happy for
Yeah,
you. It is your patience we are testing. Okay.
he was like,
Good.
okay, now let I'm okay. I'm going to with the flow.
Uh,
I'm not
yes.
there.
You will see that when you with during next week something more will unfold for you. That means more is coming. So just know that. Yesterday, Preeti and I we were working on the workbook for part two, and um, we were both laughing. My God, people have to do this much work. As I was writing, we were writing there. Oh my God, this is going to become difficult for people to use. So we are working on, and so that's why I'm telling you again and again. In week two, a lot of work is to be done. I'm preparing you guys mentally that more work is coming, right? So that workbook is going to be uh, much more detailed in a way that it will help you um, to make it simple for you, make it easy, right? So
Mm. I
that's
have
what we are working. Yeah. Hmm.
I have one more question. So when realized that even like usually it used to be of guilt, like okay, I am being the problem in others' life. That guilt was there.
Hmm.
Now when I understand, okay, they are also it's their script, and I'm acting as a part of their,
Hmm.
like
Hmm.
actor. it it very stupidly gives me like a sense of irresponsibility. Okay, like
Hmm.
like before it was too much responsibility, right? Now it's when I think, okay, it's okay. Like I'm not responsible for their
Hmm.
thing, but I
So,
cannot find balance there.
so earlier, when you felt responsibility, you were behaving unnaturally.
Mm.
You were putting on an act even though you didn't want to. Now, you
Mm.
have removed the responsibility. Now you are acting naturally the way you are.
Like by being irresponsible, it's okay.
So,
Like I,
it is
it's not my fault.
who defines responsibility? You define
For
responsibility.
example, I'll give you a very personal example. Like right now, my mom is calling me, right? And
Hmm.
I am actually, I want to finish this session and then
Hmm.
call her back. Now I
Hmm.
know she's worried. I'm like, okay, you're creating your experience of being worried. I'm not
Hmm.
making you worried.
Uh,
Isn't that irresponsible?
No, it's not irresponsible. You are doing what you want to do. That's what you are here for. You are not here for living for your mother. You are on this planet to live for Swastika. You are not living for
Okay.
anybody else. You have to know that. So, being your real self is more important than everything else on this planet. That's when you will actually live like Swastika. That is the purpose of this book, by the way.
Yeah, that actually feels light also.
Hmm. The Understand that what we think is a responsible behavior will become natural to you without the imposition. All enlightened masters you have seen or heard about so far, have they been behaving irresponsibility? They have not been behaving irresponsibly. In the eyes
Mm.
of the society, yes, they are irresponsible. Why? They are not contributing anything to the society.
Yeah.
They are not paying taxes. They are not working. They are not looking after families. Yes, in the eyes of society, they are can be considered irresponsible, but their contribution is in a very different way. They are still
Mm.
contributing and being very responsible about their contribution to the society and to the entire humanity. That is the difference, right? But they are not causing problems for the society. They are helping the society in their own way. That's the only difference. So definition of responsibility is very subjective.
And it's difficult to
Hmm. Yeah,
digest also, like what
I understand.
when
Yeah,
we say
core.
responsibility
We
society
have been.
consideration, we also want to be in the society, and also
Yes. So balance is important. You have to understand the balance now. Neither this is extreme nor that extreme. Be in the middle, the middle path. That balance is important, and you will naturally remain in balance if you are in your heart space. That is a natural way in which you will live. You will not go to extremes at all automatically. That
So that
is,
fear is gone.
mm, mm. So the simple solution to every challenge in life is come back to heart center. Come back to heart center, right? That's the
Actually, today
solution.
yeah, when I was reading the chapter, I also I just had this instinct to write script and actors. So what's my script and who are the people playing the role of it? It's a long page, like all the
Mm,
thoughts. Like when I say I'm not capable, who are the people who are reminding me this? And I can't speak up for myself. It's my script. So my mother is there who takes like playing out on that. And there was one thing. Oh, in the chapter, there is like whatever you will ever perceive and
mm,
whatever you perceive and whatever you will ever perceive is all brewed in love. So
mm,
this very sentence felt like, oh, that means whatever I usually get anxiety about the future, right? Like
mm,
what if
mm,
the future if it
mm,
unfolds and it brings me
mm,
and dangerous thing. That's but so when it says whatever you will ever perceive is
mm,
already brewed in love, that
mm,
sentence gives like, oh, so there's no suffering in the future.
mm.
So yeah,
Absolutely.
that was
Suffering is a different thing. Suffering is a different thing. Suffering is your reaction to a situation.
yeah.
When you are in heart space, you won't react that way. That is what will change. Events will not change, events will remain as they are. Your experience of the same very event will change. So, creation in love, think about it. In this entire planet, as much as you know, everything is created in love, which includes what? The things you call negative, the things you call very bad, the things you call as inhuman. Everything is created in love only. So, in your future, when creations happen in love, they could be either one of them also, right? What you are preparing for is how will I be in that situation, that balance.
Today when Neha ma'am said like see where your awareness is going, right? And I was constantly the reason that I'm impatient about the part two is because I want to alter some of the consequences, though, which
Mm,
is in my
mm,
head, of course. Like I think
mm,
this is gonna happen. I don't want to experience this. I want something else to happen. So I have to find out the true desire, all that thing.
mm, mm,
So what I realized today was okay. I mean, I was in a bit like calmer state. Okay, why I'm trying to resist this experience? Why I am so much eager to alter this experience? Why can't I just
mm.
be open to the experience, whatever it's coming, like open to the experience? And then I realized, okay, but I create my own reality. So how do I become open to any experience? I want to create the realities. I was confused here.
Yes. So you are impatient because you are not accepting yourself as you are. That's why you want to change.
Hmm.
The only
I want
reason
to
you
change
would
the
want to,
thought.
yeah, yeah, I'm coming to that. So you want to change because you are not accepting of how you are today. So, and that is also the cause for impatience. You are not happy with yourself. So, very first thing we have to do is Work on that aspect. First, become happy with yourself, satisfied with the way you are. And that will happen when you are heart centered. When you are heart centered, you will always be happy and content with how you are. I am perfect. What is there to improve? What is there to change? I am perfect. What is there to change is, I will tell you that there are things to change, of course. But what is it that you are going to change is not what you are thinking. You are going to change that which you are not. You are not even aware that swastika is actually hidden behind so many new things that have been imposed on swastika. So right now we only see a very hazy picture of real swastika. It's hidden. So in the process of future chapters, we are going to undo all those things which are not letting real swastika come out. And real swastika could be very dangerous to anything possible, right? Real swastika could be Hitler. Who knows? We don't know. Right now, she is covered with so many formal behaviors that reality is not coming out. So she is so nice and sweet. But it is.
That thought gave me goosebumps. Like,
Yes. So the very purpose is to know yourself, right? Knowing and accepting it. Hitler was also a creation of love, right? And he had a role to play in this universe. And likewise, everything else. We have to start discarding that bias that we carry, good and bad, and I want only good, right? No, no, no. Every good has a bad attached to it. When you want good, you will get bad free. It will come with it. You cannot get only good. Bad is integral part of that good, and so are you. You have both. Accept yourself that way. Okay? It's a mixture, always a mixture. And this is how we are. We have to learn to accept that part of it. And that those strong biases that we have created through our belief system is what we will have to eventually shed one after the other. Once we have shed all those biases that are blocking us, then we will see our truth, my truth. And my truth could be very different from how I am seeing myself today. The curtains need to fall, right? And that is what eventually you will see. You will start acting like your real self. That's when you will know, okay, I have reached where I needed to reach. Now let me live this way and experience life. It could be good, bad, ugly, whatever. It doesn't matter. I have to experience it. That's why I am here. The God wants to experience these things which now I am. It's not all rosy. Huh? Right. Slowly.
it's
Learn from
opposite to what
experience.
I.
Learn
Yeah.
from experience, right? You will learn. Um, Allow it to unfold gradually. There is a reason why things don't happen in one day in life. You can't handle it if it all happen together. So be patient. You can only take so much at a time. Even good. If you get 1,000 rasgullas in one shot, you will never eat rasgulla again, right? So not It doesn't come like that. You get only one or two at a time and you keep enjoying it for the rest of your life. Good. Thank you. Thank you, Swastika. S- Sushila ji, you can unmute. Sorry for keeping you waiting for such a long
No, no,
time.
no. मैं तो थैंक यू खास थैंक यू कहना चाहती हूँ इसलिए कि जो मैंने एक टाइम क्वेश्चन किया था प्रीति को कि वो प्रेम से माफ करना वो थोड़ा नया लगता है, ऐसे हर्ट कैसे कर सकते हैं। तो कल मुझे इतना अच्छा एक्सपीरियंस हुआ, इतना अच्छा एक्सपीरियंस हुआ मेडिटेशन के बाद। मैं वो हर्ट जो माफ किया तो मुझे ऐसा लगा शैलेश जी की उसको कितना तकलीफ हुआ होगा ये एक्टिंग करने के लिए। एंड आई whole day the tears come from my eyes and now I also feel that के oh my god कितना पेन उसको भी हुआ होगा कि वो एक्सपीरियंस मुझे दिया। तो प्रीति ने जब आज बोला ना कि वो कटिंग तो ग्रो हुआ तो सेम आइडिया मुझे वो टाइम आया रहा कि मुझे यहाँ तक लाने के लिए वो एक्सपीरियंस कितना जरूरी था। मैं इतना थैंक्स किया आई कैंट बिल्ड एक्सपीरियंस नहीं कर पाती हूँ कि कैसे लगा मुझे एकदम कि और फिर tears come whole day and I feel so light and then I draw this picture and I dedicate to all of you.
Thank you. It was really beautiful. Yeah, that was very beautiful. Yes. Thank you for sharing that.
इतना अच्छा लगा मुझे, ऐसे लगा कि ये वाला मैं समझ गई कि क्या है, कैसे करना है, क्यों करना है। तो ये वाला मैंने कल रात को ड्रॉ करा।
Oh, beautiful. Yes, yes. Yeah. This is a flower of life. Yeah.
Triangle. You see 4 3 4 3 2 1 and I say oh my god, yeah really. And then I go to sleep and oh अच्छा इतना अच्छे से नींद आ गया और एक नई सुशीला दूसरे दिन आज मैं जो हूँ वो कल नहीं थी।
Excellent. Yes.
वो एकदम ऐसे लगा कि ये नजरिया के लिए कितना ये सब चीज से एक वन बाय वन स्टेप चढ़ते यहाँ तब समझ में आया कि
Good. Excellent.
कि उसको भी इतना तकलीफ हुआ होगा जितना मुझे होगा।
Correct. Yeah, definitely. When we think about our children, for example,
yeah,
they are playing a role in my life as a child, and they get beaten also.
yeah.
They take the pain of the beating also. Imagine how much torture they go through just to give me that experience. Right? So that's why we have to be so grateful for all those wonderful actors in our life.
Yeah. Thank you so much. I can't express my thanks and gratitude and anything.
Yeah, thank you.
Neha ji, Vandana ji, Preeti ji,
thank you. Thank you, Sushila ji. So let me quickly ask Priyanka ji, did we answer some of your questions today? Were you able to get some insight?
Hello, Felicity. I'm still thinking, the question you asked, right? What is causing the turmoil in me when I see all those things? I'm still thinking about that.
Mm, mm. So the important thing for you to understand here is when you get triggered by something, your reaction or your immediate response to that should be to look within,
Mhm.
right? That should become your default mode. By default, this should happen naturally, right? When that starts happening, your inner will start opening. Your wisdom will open up. Your knots will open up. Whatever was holding this thing in within you will begin to open and unravel. Just think about it. Where is that event? Whatever you described there. In your mind.
Correct.
It is in your thought. Something happened to somebody, but you are carrying that thought and experiencing that torture because there is something within you that wants to experience it. That is the learning part. Don't worry about exact learning. That's not necessary. Your subconscious will get what it needs to. But know that this is what is going on. When you know the mechanism, then you know where to change, what to correct. This mechanism, we will be working on it later on. Right? The purpose of us being in a social system is this only, so that we have access to all varieties of experiences. They have existed forever, since the humanity. All these things have existed, they have never changed. You have come and gone so many times and experienced most of it already. And because that experience has created blocks in you, you are attracting them. Again, as a reminder, that's a reminder for you to work on something inside. You need to clear something. That's what that event is reminding you. When you continuously get attracted to a type of news, know that that's something inside you. Your some experience of some lifetime, it doesn't matter. Maybe this lifetime or earlier. That is not important. But what is important is you are hanging on to something. And then you have to release it. Now, we will do that in future chapters. How to release, how to organize that. We will do it. Next part 2 mein. Yeah. In the next week, we are also going to start making a list of my incorrect thoughts. That's another thing. What is blocking me? That list we will create next week. Not next, sorry, in chapter 7. So be assured that your questions are good, they are right, but answers are, once again, when we say you have the answer within you, what does that really mean? And why you are not able
What
to
to
get the
build my
answer?
life around these experiences actually.
Huh. So answers are within you means what? Your all-knowing wisdom has the answer. But for you to get the answer, you have to connect with it, which we are learning here. Learning to connect with our own all-knowing intelligence, which is accessible through our heart, and our medium or process is to use higher self's help. So being heart-centered and communicating with higher self gives us total access to all-knowing intelligence where all answers exist. That is the purpose of questions also. Questions will drive you in that direction. Find the answer, find the answer. And you are not getting the answer. Shailaji is not giving me the answer. Where do I find? Then you will say, okay, I will talk to my higher self. I have hotline to all-knowing intelligence. That will, you will figure out why you need your own answer is because that's how your not will open up. The key to that knot is very specific. And your all-knowing intelligence will tell you, well, okay, try this key. This will open it up. And for each knot, there's a specific key which you have also within you. Because the experience you have gone through at some point. Right? So just be patient and loving to yourself as well. Be patient, be loving. You are on the right track. It's just when actually your readiness is there, then all this will start to reveal. Right? So there's a reason why it is slowly happening. We have to start getting ready for it, right? When we are not ready, things will not open up. That's a challenge many people face. When they rush through, they face this challenge that nothing is coming. What is? I am not getting anything. Why? Because you
I'm
have
facing this. I'm not getting anything, but I'm not getting that signal from higher self till now.
So there are blocks that need to
Yes, there are thoughts.
overcome. Yeah, we have to overcome that. And do not be disturbed by that though. Don't be disturbed. Higher self is not going away anywhere. Higher self is always there with you. So knowing that, you still continue to communicate. At some point, it will trigger, it will open up when you are actually ready for it. Your inner resistance from the mind is blocking it. And it will open up. Allow it time. Be gentle to it. Be loving to it. It will open up.
Because if I'm not getting the signal from higher self, I'm also not getting the names from for to whom I want to forgive. But in my consciousness, I know there are people
How
who
do
have
you
hurt
how?
me, or
Yeah,
because of
okay.
my
Just
experiences.
write those names.
Yeah, I've written those names.
Good. And when you start working with them, you will begin to see how it changes. Layers are there. All the layers have. That's the reason why you are. When I say you are not yet ready for it, means what? There are still layers covering up which need to be removed. That's readiness. So just be patient. It will happen. We are all, there is no human existence on this planet that will not achieve it. We come here only for that. So we will all be achieving the knowing of the truth. Sooner or later, that will happen to all of us. Nothing to worry about it. We all have had unique experiences. That's why we are unique. And that uniqueness has its own ways of doing things. So whatever is suitable for me, that's why higher self, whatever is suitable for me will connect with me. Okay?
Yeah.
Good. So just keep doing the practice. Don't worry about it. It will happen eventually. Chaliye. Thank you, Master. So we'll close the session for today. It's been really long, but I expected this. This chapter is going to create all this turbulence. All of us are going to have that. So be open. Just ask questions. No problems. I am very patient. I will answer everything. Okay. Thank you. So see you again tomorrow.